Alrighty, we should be live. Let me double check real quick.
We were just laughing at Son of a Merc's message. この二人のイケメン見て. Son of a Merc, did you use Google Translate for that, or are you practicing your Japanese? Yeah,
What's up,
iPhone, what's
FOMO?
up?
Yeah, thanks for the Japanese message, son of a merc. Hi everyone. I guess this is like my first official live stream on this channel. I've done
Oh, is it?
some Chank openings in the past and stuff like that, but this is the first time with like a I don't know proper setup. So
Yeah, we
please
both
let
got
us
some new
know.
mics.
Yeah, please let us know if the audio is okay, if the video is fine. If there's any issues, let us know and we can make some adjustments hopefully. So yeah, Shaq, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for
Very
having
kind
me.
of
I
you.
appreciate it. It's
It's
always
kind of a
nice talking to you.
short notice, so I really appreciate it. Didn't really want to go
Yeah,
live by myself the first time. We got some stuff prepared for today, so we got some new news from Mega Dream. We'll talk a bit about Inferno X. We'll do some price comparisons from the last time I talked with Shug. All right, iPhone sounds good. Thank you very much. Good, glad to hear it sounds fine.
sweet.
And yeah, just in general, if you have any questions at some point, throw them in chat. We'll try and answer them. But Shug, you want to start with the Mega Dream news?
Yeah, show me. You said that there was some new cards kind of revealed. The last thing I'd seen was the Psyduck. I don't know if you saw that one.
I saw the Psyduck. That one looks really
Yeah.
nice. So Pokemon always does the Pokemon Japan. They always have an opening on their like main TCG channel like a week before release. They've done that for I think a very long time. And so yesterday they had Mega Dream, and we got some new pictures. So let me see if this
I'm
works.
excited.
So I grabbed some screenshots. I hope I'm not getting in trouble with Nintendo, but should be fine.
You shut us down.
So we didn't actually get too many new reveals, but they showed a lot of the reverses. So
Ooh,
yeah, so here we see the fire reverse symbol on the cargo. But what stood out to me is that it's not just a different like a new type. I know you've talked about the rocket reverse symbol
mm,
on your podcast. But there's a in Japanese it's dark ball. I think in English it's dusk ball potentially.
yeah,
So
yeah. The green
there's
and
this
black
one.
one.
Yeah, green and black. Then there's the regular Pokeball that they showed. Then there's the rocket reverse,
Nice. I
and
was
then
kind
there's
of
a quick
hoping
quick ball.
there's a lot of them. This is kind of
Right.
like what China does with their packs, where they have different reverses. That's where I've seen it before, at least. I don't know if Japan's ever done that or English. Have they?
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's new, and I'm wondering because that's a lot of different reverse patterns. I wonder if they are, tied to the Pokemon, to the actual card. Like, can the
Mm.
Macargo also come in a Pokeball reverse holo?
Oh, that's a good point. That would make it a lot harder for master set collectors.
That's what I was thinking. It's like
Yeah.
if it's always the same reverse pattern with the Pokemon or with the cards, then I think it's pretty cool because it adds more variety. It makes the opening experience a bit more interesting, I think. But if they
Hmm.
all have if you can get the Zubat, for example, with a quick ball, that would be nuts.
Have you? So that's how they do it in I think the Chinese gem packs or whatever they are. Because I opened a box.
Okay.
AMPM sent me a box a while back, and I opened it, and the Pikachu or several of the cards had like one reverse was the type energy symbol. The one was a Pokeball, one was a Master Ball, and I think there might have been one more, but it was the same card
Okay.
art, just a different reverse. So it's possible, but um, yeah, that would be
Interesting.
nuts for the master set collectors.
That would be pretty nuts. But then again, if you think about it, like the quick ball here, it's the attack is it was a quick draw, so it's kind of has
Oh,
the
okay.
connection with the attack name,
I didn't
and
even
then of
notice that. Yeah.
course the rocket Subat has the rocket reverse, and then the dusk ball, with the darkness Pokemon, it also kind of makes sense in that regard. So I don't know if that's just a
Yeah.
coincidence or if yeah, I don't know.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. I was kind of hoping that they would be textured reverses like prismatic. Those were the
Yeah,
best top tier reverse hollows, but it doesn't look like they're textured, at least from these
they look
pictures.
really good, and they're all like super cheap.
Yeah, for real.
Except like a couple Master Balls, but for the most part, they're super cheap. So in each pack, you get two hollows, one reverse, and then an EX. And the AR takes the reverse slot. Now, what I found that was quite interesting is that, here you said in Japanese, "Yonpaku geto." So we got 4 packs.
Hmm.
And they actually opened 2 packs each, but they didn't open a whole box, which I thought was quite interesting. So in the past, when they did this, like these announcements, they would always open a box, at least a few times that I watched it, and then at the end there would be like a layout of all the cards with the different, showing the basically the hit rates, right? 1 SR, 3 ARs, 4 EXs, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have this time because they only opened 2 packs each. And I went back a little bit, and with Terrestrial, they still opened a whole box. I wonder why they only did a few packs here. And they also only opened 1 pack for Glory of Team Rocket, 1 pack for Heatwave Arena. So it seems to be a bit of a change they've made recently. I wonder why.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, did they purposely leave those 2 packs out? Because it's 10 packs, right? I'm assuming the high class sets.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's
they
four
yeah,
of them. Two. You said two each,
2 each, and they only pulled 2 ARs.
so they're missing an AR and a SR or SAR
I
maybe.
guess so, or an SAR maybe,
I
depending
wonder
on
if they
how
left
to
it
see it.
out on purpose, or if they were just it's just I don't know.
Do you want to hear my tinfoil hat thought behind
Yeah,
this?
I do.
I think they're trying to normalize pack limits. I think they're
Oh,
trying to normalize not being able to get boxes anymore, or as easily at least.
interesting. That's not that far out of like the realm of possibility though. Like that kind of is. I
Yeah, I
mean, it
mean
may be, but it's kind of a smart way to think about it. That's interesting.
it could be because even like if you think about it, in Japanese says yon paku getto. We got 4 packs.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
oh, we got 4 packs. It's so exciting. And then last year they opened a box, so it's like I don't know. It just feels weird, right? Like we're obviously in very different
yeah.
markets. It could
Yeah,
be.
maybe they've seen like YouTubers online with how they're getting reactions. Nobody can get product, but these YouTubers are getting like boxes and opening boxes, and everybody in the comments is like, "Oh, I can only get, I can't get any product," and this person's opening up a whole box or the 2 boxes.
It could
Maybe they're
be,
just
and
being
I mean,
sensitive to that.
yeah, and they're also always very TCG player focused in these announcement videos. Like the first half of this, I think it's over 20 minutes long before they, like it took them about 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get to the pack opening. And they talked about which cards they would like to see in a deck or which cards they're hoping for and stuff like that. Um, and so I don't know. I thought it was interesting. And what I found even more interesting, as I mentioned briefly before, but Heatwave Arena, Glory Team Rocket, they only opened 1 pack per person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. um, yeah. You said, I know you said you dabble in playing like with friends, just kind of casually, right?
Very, very casually.
Very casually, very loose
Yeah.
rules.
No. We stick to the rules.
Oh, okay.
But like we're not following the meta whatsoever. Like, I have no clue what meta
Oh,
decks are
okay.
right now. We just
I was gonna
like
say
yeah, we started
they
about a year ago with some of the start decks, and then since then we've been like when sets come out, we'll like do a bit of a box draft, which is a horrible way to play the TCG technically because you just end up with bad decks. But it's still
yeah.
fun.
What
It's good
I've
times.
heard too. I don't know if you've heard this. I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a tangent, but if you
It's all
split
right.
the 30 pack boxes in half, like each side, the 15 packs from each side will like the right side will have all the cards you need to evolve like that evolution line, and the left side will have all the cards you need to evolve that evolution line. So if you draft from each side that way, you can have like a playable kind of deck.
Is
Have you
that
heard that?
so?
That's what
No.
I've heard. If you pick from
Oh,
left and right, the way the packs are seated in that box in the 30 pack boxes is they to purposely make it to where you can play like that.
oh, interesting.
I haven't actually tested it, but I think I watched a video a long time ago and there was these 2 guys playing that way, and I never verified it, but I wouldn't put it past. It's kind of like a smart thing to do. It's mostly common cards anyway, so you're not really messing up any hit rates or anything. But
Yeah, I should
yeah.
test it at some point. That sounds interesting. Because the way we did it is like we did a draft. Like so we all had one box, like one box of like someone had Inferno X, someone had Mega Brave, and someone had Mega Symphonia. And you open a pack and you do like classic draft. You get first pick, then you hand the card to someone else. They pick a card and it goes like makes the
Okay.
round. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, so Inept, how's it going? Thanks for joining. I'm
What's
not
up,
familiar
Inept?
with them. Are they working for someone else or is this their channel? So this is the official Pokemon channel, Pokemon YouTube channel for the TCG part. And I don't know who these people are. If they're creators, if they're players, if they're just only on this channel. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, it's the official Pokemon YouTube channel essentially.
Yeah, I've only seen them a couple times. I never really watched. I've heard of them mostly, or like like referenced in like Twitter posts or something when new sets come out, but I've never really watched the video.
Hmm. Yeah, and in the past have been so good because a week early you would see, well, you get more cards revealed typically than they did in this video, but also you get you'd see the pull rates, right? And for the most part, they were always the same: one SR, three ARs, four or five EXs or whatever. But
Mm.
sometimes, for the high class packs, it was quite interesting sometimes to see, what they pulled. Um, okay, so I want to go to Poke Beach real quick because we had some more. We got some more news there. So they revealed the whole set list of just the regular cards. We don't have all the secret rares yet, of course, but let me see if I can add the screen. All right, I'll zoom in a little bit so we don't have to be bothered by these ads. I don't know why I'm
Gotta
getting
lose
this
some
ad. I'm
weight.
in an
You gotta
incognito
lose some
window.
weight, Nick.
I'm not. I don't know why I'm seeing this. I'm clearly not overweight, but yeah, it's funny. So this is one of the new cards. Oh, sorry about that.
Yo, bye.
Yeah, bye, they said in the video. Yeah, so this is Cynthia's Spiritomb AR.
That's a good looking card.
That's a very nice looking card. I really like the look of this card. And then the other AR they pulled was the one we actually already saw. Is it the Zekrom?
Oh, that new Zekrom with the N Zekrom.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on this page or a different page. Maybe not. But of course, we also got to see all the comments, uncommons, and regular hollows. And I like the look of this guy.
Yeah. Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, just a hollow, but sick artwork.
I think if right next to two over to the right, the Zekrom and Zekrom regular card, I like this art more than the
Ooh,
AR. The AR, it's Akiragawa, so of course it's good. But
there you go.
I saw
Yeah,
that and I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's really cool art.
that's sick. Then we're
Yeah.
getting. Oh, here's the Dragonite. Looks nice. We get
I'm
to
waiting for them to
obviously.
save that design because I hate the design of the Dragonite. Those wings on its head. I'm waiting for some cool art to save it.
I think it's all right. I think it's all right. I don't
Yeah.
mind it. Here is the Mega Halucha EX. That looks pretty sick.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, that's a nice looking card. Um, Obviously, this being a high class set, we have a lot of reprints in here.
Hmm.
But I like this one, the new Mewtwo artwork.
Yeah, that's a man. There's so many Rockets Mewtwo artworks now.
Yeah, there's one like a champion promo, like a tournament promo. Have you seen that one?
I don't know if I have.
Yeah, it's quite expensive for what it is.
Do you think they'll all these Mega EXs that we have, a reprint of the Terrestrial Pikachu, all these
Yeah.
Mega EXs, the regular ones, do you think they'll all have SARs? Because I heard somewhere, I think on the English side of things, they're supposed to have 33 SARs in the set.
Hmm. 33.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds like a lot, but I think maybe that's including trainers and everything, or
Wait,
secret
so
rares,
what?
maybe.
Oh, okay, I see. I mean, could be. I think was it Mr. Universe or Terrestrial like 25 SARs? So
Prismatic, yeah, I think had, or Terrestrial had 31 or 33, something like that. But
Hmm.
I'm wondering if each of these Mega EXs will all have their own SARs. That would be cool if they
Okay.
did.
The regular ones as well, or like the terrestrial EXs as well,
I wonder if they would do that to the Terrestrial EXs, like a new
because
Terrestrial EX Pikachu.
yeah, it could be right. But if the EXs are our SAR lineup, then I don't know. There are not that many great ones.
Well,
There's
like
some
the
cool ones. Don't
Halucha
get me
would be
wrong,
really
but
cool to see. He got another Lucario. I don't know if they'll reprint a Lucario, but that's
Garchomp
not a
would be
mega
sick.
card, right? But yeah, I mean, they could do
No,
it for that too.
no, there's not that many megas. Yeah, if they do the regular EXs as well, right?
Mm.
And then this one is printed for like I think the third time. This
Yeah.
Ayakusebe.
Yeah, I play that card
Um,
in my deck.
okay, nice.
Yeah.
Is it the hollows that get the ARs, or am I wrong?
What do you mean?
Because we get the Zekrom AR, right? That was
Yes.
revealed, and Zekrom also has a regular hollow.
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. Maybe. That Entei is
Wait,
really cool.
the Entei is very nice, so I'll bring it up in a
Yeah.
second. I guess not. I guess the ARs are independent. Or
Yeah,
let me
because I
check.
mean, the
Is
Dusclops
Spiritomb
evolution line all has ARs, right?
in this set?
Oh no, not in this set, and just in sets
Mm,
previous. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh,
Mega
that's cool.
Scrafty
Mega
EX.
Scrafty. Yeah, I like Scrafty.
Yeah, that's a cool guy. Cool guy. I always see here. iPhone is asking, have you guys finished Z2A?
It's a long game. Have you played it?
Nope, not at all. I
Oh,
was considering picking up a Switch to play it, but then I was just like, oh, I'm never gonna have enough time to actually play enough of it. So nope. How about you?
yeah. I haven't beat it. I've played a decent amount of it. I don't know if I'm close to the end or not. I'm assuming I'm more than halfway, but
Okay.
um, yeah, it's actually really fun. I enjoy the new battle mechanics of like you having to move around and then um, I don't know, not just like a stationary like you get into a battle. It's like as soon as you get seen caught out, you start the battle pretty much.
Does it still feel like a Pokemon game despite that, or
I think so. I was surprised
okay?
because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it when I saw the trailers and how they were like teasing it to everybody. I was like, oh, that's kind of lame, but I'm not upset at it. I was actually having fun with it, surprisingly. I don't know
Okay.
if I want it to be that way always, like for the mainline games when they figure
Mm.
out Gen 10, I'd rather them go back to probably like a regular battle, like the old style, but who knows what they'll do.
Yeah, if I like whenever I need like a Pokemon game fix, I always just go to an emulator and like load up one of the older games, and then I play it for like 2 3 days, and then I'm like, okay, that's enough for
got
now.
my fix.
Yeah, yeah, got my fix.
Yeah.
Zekrom is our English promo, Son of a Merc says. Okay. In what product will that be included? I guess the ETB.
I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah, maybe the ETB. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to English products.
Me too. Me too. So
Yeah,
wait,
they have
is
so
it
many like. Go ahead.
Ascend the Dream? The name, right?
Yeah, the name of the set is Ascended Dream,
Oh, Ascended
or
Heroes.
yeah,
Sorry.
or Ascended Heroes. Yeah, you're right.
Mm. Oh, I'm just pulling it up. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's the ETV promo. I'm seeing it on PokeBeach right now. And they have the Pokemon Center stamp, and then they have the Mega Attack promos. Do you like those cards? The ones with the text?
The Ed Hardy Charizard. Have you seen? That's what it looks like. It looks like an Ed Hardy Charizard to me. Um, it's cool. It's different, but I'm not like racing to get it. I don't know. I might end up with one someday, but
I
no
like them.
worries if
I
I
think they're
don't have it.
cool. I can see the Ed Hardy
Yeah.
connection. But I like them. They just remind me of the old Megas from X and Y.
Yeah, where they had the text across, or is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah,
about?
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Scooby Dad, thanks for joining. Thanks for all the Japan videos and jobs, y'all. My wife and I from overbuying so much. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, when I talked to Henry on his channel a bit ago, um, he talked about he was doing the tourist shopping when he was in Japan, where it's like not
Mm.
not looking at prices, just oh yeah, I'll buy it because I'm in Japan. So I think a lot of people get caught up in that when they visit.
I just went to Osaka recently, and I don't know if I told you, but I went to this shop called Adrenaline. It has
Yeah,
everything.
You sent me a
It
link, I
has
think, to the shop. Yeah.
it has everything. They had Masaki Gengar promos with the backing still there. They had no rarity cards. They had like Cardass, Top Sun. They had stuff like I'd never seen before. And I was like having to look it up and ask them about it because I have no idea what it was. But prices were like, they were market for sure. Some stuff maybe a little over. And I was thinking going there that I was probably going to end up buying something that I could get cheaper online if I waited. But like I was like, you're just on vacation, maybe I'll do that. And I was proud of myself because I didn't end up buying anything. Actually, I was very close, but I didn't buy anything. I held off. It was fun to look
That's
though.
good. That's good. Yeah, it's always fun to just walk through the stores because some of them are genuinely like they feel like museums. I
Yeah,
did
that's what
buy
it felt
some
like.
stuff on my recent. Oh, this is different. On my recent Tokyo trip, I bought a few cards.
Oh
We can
wow.
maybe look at some of that stuff later, but nothing crazy because it's hard to find good stuff these days. Let me tell you. Holy cow! Yeah, a lot of
Everything's price market. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of stuff feels very expensive in the stores. Oftentimes, you'll find it online for a third of the price, half of the price. It's pretty nuts. And like this is something I noticed a lot this time around. Compared to earlier this year and the past years, obviously. But after I got back into the hobby the first time around, or second time around. First time was in 2016, but second time around, which was 2021, late 21, and then early 22, it was still like very different where you could find like clean old cards for very good prices. And then relatively soon after that, when PSA got much bigger in Japan, or PSA cards, you started to notice a huge premium on the gradable cards. But
Mm.
the older played cards in various conditions always remained pretty affordable for what they were. Like even this spring, you could find some really nice cards in like lightly played condition for what seemed like relatively good prices. But this time around, so like last week, some of that stuff was just outrageous. Maybe I can show one card. So I went to Sea Labo in Nagoya, and Sea Labo in Nagoya is on my way back from Tokyo. I stopped over there for a couple hours, but it's always been a good place to go because they have pretty strict condition checking. So you get a yellow sticker, and years ago you'd get a yellow sticker that could get a 10. These days, not
Mm.
anymore. But you'd always have like good prices on yellow stickered cards. And this time I inspected a pretty reasonable sized stack of cards, and I only picked up one card that I deemed worth
Oh.
buying, and it's the Dark Ivysaur from Web Series,
Oh, nice.
and he's at the price 4,800, and it's like it's near mint. It's got I think one or two little tiny white nicks, and that's the only card that I saw that day that I inspected, and like I said, I inspected a lot that I felt like still had like the old price, or like this is a price I would have seen a year ago, for example. These cards have been 4 to 5 thousand yen for in the stores for you know a year, the last year.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple years ago they were 2,500 yen, but everything else, even in like beat up condition, just seemed so expensive. Uh,
I wonder why it's gotten that way. I mean, I would partly think that, like you said, there was the good condition cards are like not there, or if they are there, they're super expensive. I wonder if it's just because of like the boom in grading in Japan we've seen over the last, I mean, 4 or 5 years. It's PSA wasn't here several years ago. I think 2021 they opened up the submission center, and then 2023 when they had that huge Japanese boom, that's when they like mid that year is when they started grading in Japan. And I
mhm.
don't know if you remember, but looking on Mercari and Yahoo Auctions 5 years ago, there was like no graded cards at all. There was maybe a
Yeah,
handful of them, but like now they're everywhere.
yeah.
PSA, ARS, um, Gemix is like another grading Japanese company here. But I'm wondering if the shops are just they're like, why would we sell these if we can just submit them to PSA and make more money on them?
There are definitely some stores you walk in and you just know they're grading their own cards.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious. And then there's other stores that don't sell graded cards still, or very little, where they probably don't really grade their cards, and there to just pick clean because there's so many people looking for gradable copies. I looked at a lot of Sun and Moon GXs this time around, some of the full art shinies, because I felt like it's, I mean, everything has gotten more expensive since the end of last year. But I felt
Mm.
like those were still some cards that aren't really being, talked about all that much on YouTube. So I felt like, hey, maybe there's some good deals there still to be had. And I inspected so many of them. Full art shiny GXs, regular full art GXs, rainbows, gold cards, and I'm telling you, like top condition in the stores, every card, almost every card I looked at was either super OC, like the GX centering, is famously difficult,
Yeah, it's hard.
and or some damage on the back, and those were their A conditions. And it's just like,
Oh
okay,
wow.
I think for these cards, anything that is gradable is just bought. I feel like,
Yeah. It's kind of
and
it turns you off to even wanting to go through and take your time and look sometimes when
it feels
you're
like a
like
waste
going
of
through and
time
you're like
sometimes.
everything and you're like, how okay, I'm done. Next
So
door.
here's one, like this is one I bought for the binder, and this is a good example of this kind of situation right now.
Oh
It's
nice, me too.
the Mewtwo GX from GX Ultra Shiny, 20,000 yen. It's the only one I saw that was well centered, and I inspected over 10 of these in Tokyo and Nagoya, and this is
Mm.
the only one that was well centered and clean on the back. It has like even this one has a tiny little white nick, but that can get a 10 still, right? But I bought it for the binder. But these in nines, this is 20,000 yen raw. Every single one of these I saw was 20,000 yen in like A condition, which was interesting too. Like they were exactly the same price in all the stores. But in a PSA 9, you can grab these for 12,000 yen on Medicuddy.
Yeah.
So it's like almost double the price of the PSA 9 for a raw card. And this is the only one that even has a chance at a 10 that I saw that day. I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
buying these to grade and flip, or are you buying them to
You
hold
know,
on to, or
this is what I wanted for the binder because I think it's a sick
mm,
looking card. And
okay.
a lot of stuff I buy and put in the binder is I don't have the intention of grading it, but if a card is gradable, then that option is there in the future, maybe at some point potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I do that sometimes with cards. I'll buy them if I think they're good condition cards or I like them, the art's cool, and then just to have them in there, and then maybe depending if they go up later, I'm like, oh, I could grade this later in the future.
yeah, yeah. So I talked. So shameless plug, real quick. I turned on memberships on my channel, and I uploaded I think it's about an hour long video of my recent pickups. And I just figured that stuff wouldn't do well if I made it public, and it gives me a bit of an excuse to talk about that stuff. So if people want to watch it, feel free, but you don't have to, obviously. But in that video, I talked a little bit about my philosophy behind buying stuff. And it's like, it doesn't matter if it's for the collection or something I buy to bring to Switzerland to sell. The raw card price has to make sense to me. Right? So sense it has to make sense in terms of, is this something I think is worth buying for my binder, or if I want to bring it to Switzerland, is this something that I could sell
Mm.
in Switzerland in its raw form for that price, whatever condition it's in? And then if I buy it and it comes in that it is gradable, then it's just a bonus. And so, yeah, that's how I've been kind of navigating the hobby for the most part. And that's why I don't submit all that often, because I don't do much grading. Everything I have in the grading pile has just been these bonus cards that ended up being gradable. I don't know.
Yeah. When you is it the prices in Switzerland, do you get, I guess, better profit margins or able to make more bringing cards over there from Japan because you're just bringing them on the plane with you, I'm guessing, right? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean
yeah.
that's it depends on the cards, obviously.
Because
There's a
shipping,
lot
I
of
feel like,
stuff
is
that.
probably expensive, right? To ship them over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. No,
That's
like there's less and less cards that make even sense bringing over because a lot of stuff in Japan is just this expensive now. Yeah.
mm, yeah.
Here's an interesting question from Minette. Is there haggling in Japan, or are prices firm? Prices are pretty firm in the stores. You can try, but it's not going to work. There are some smaller stores, like I've seen in other people's like card shopping videos, like these tiny little stores that are owned by one person who has like maybe one employee or something, and then people have bought like a lot of stuff there, like multiple thousand
Yeah.
dollars worth of stuff, and then they've been able to negotiate the price a little bit on the total. But if you go into Card Rush, no chance. Yeah, for example.
Yeah. I'd say I've never haggled or seen anybody haggle. I know one person here that, uh, do you know the video rental place Sutaya? I don't know if
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah,
Geo.
Sutaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one going out of business here, or they were closing it down, the store, and they have cards there. And this guy went there and noticed they were it's like a sale. And he's like, what if I brought all the TCG products, not just Pokemon, like everything? And there's so many TCGs in Japan, like stuff I don't even know what the
Oh
name
yeah.
of it is.
Oh yeah.
But he's like, can I get a, I don't know, whatever percentage off? And they were like, yeah. But that's the only time I've ever heard of it really happening here. So
Yeah.
it's not as common as like you just go and
Yeah.
pick out one card and you're like, hey, what's the best you could do on this?
And there are some flea markets, like there's a really big one in Tokyo on a racing track, or the parking lot there. It's like I think every Saturday. I never managed to go, unfortunately, but you could probably haggle the price a little bit at a flea market. I would think so.
Yeah, for sure. Probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know if this is a good time, but I wanted to share with you the card shop here, the display cases.
Yes, please do so.
All right. So this is a card shop. It's close to where I live, but I didn't actually visit it at this time, but they put a bunch of new cards out, and somebody that I'm in a group online with had sent this picture to me.
I think you have to upload it again in the stream.
Yeah,
Area.
let me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, which one is it? Not that one. Okay, here it is. But they sent me this picture of all these cards in the display case that they put out. I just thought it was pretty funny because this is the price tag on the sticker that they just cover the card completely, and there was like 5 or 6 cases like this. And I'd made the joke to go. They should have said showcase onegaishimasu and wanted to look at all these different cards. But you can't
That's
even tell what
crazy.
the card is. They just have a price tag covering all these cards. It's kind of
What are they
ridiculous.
thinking? Like that's insane.
They ordered the
There's-
wrong size labels maybe for price tags.
It could
But
be,
yeah,
right?
maybe. And
Like it's
the
bad
employees
enough
just
that you
like
can't see the
stickering them.
back. You know?
I wonder if they fix this, if anybody even bothered to be like, can I see this card? Or
Which store is this? Because I was in Okinawa, was it last year? The year before last year? I went to some card
hmm.
shops there. Which one was this one?
This is one of the book offs, I think.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't know which one, but he just said he usually, well, he's like, I don't know if he works at all or anything, but he's in the group and he just goes like pretty much daily to different card shops and sends what they have like on this group, so everybody doesn't have to actually go out to look
Oh,
themselves.
interesting.
And he
Yeah.
posted this up, and and we were all just like, what is going on? You can't even see what the card is. Anyway,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
book off price tags. They don't usually look like this. At least I don't remember them looking like this. You can at least see the card.
I think it was a book off, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, just a little
There.
funny.
By the price, not the card. Exactly.
Yeah, it's almost like a mystery bag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a mystery bag.
Yeah.
Uh, well, it just makes the shopping experience a little bit more annoying, right? Because you still inspect the card for condition, obviously, right? So that's no different. But just looking at this is crazy. You have to
Imagine
like
being the
search for
employee
cards.
though. Like if somebody is like doesn't care and they want to look at every single one of those cards, and you have to bring them out and they have to take them out of the sleeve to look. I don't know. Being an employee there, I'd be like, oh, this was a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. That
um,
looks hilarious. Alrighty,
yeah.
Shaq, do you want to do? I'll give you the choice, or maybe we can ask chat what they want to hear us talk about next.
Mason would be furious.
Mason would be furious. Do you want to go a bit over Inferno X and the current prices in Japan, or do you want to look at some price differences, price changes between the last time we talked on my channel, which was in February, and now? Which one do you want to go with first? We'll talk about both, but I'll ask you and we'll see what chat says.
I guess we leave it up to chat.
Okay.
Both are good topics, and I don't know how helpful I'll be because I don't look at charts too often, but I have like anecdotal
Okay.
things that I've heard from people, and maybe it's wrong, but Anep says
Yeah.
Inferno X.
In Inferno X. We'll wait for a couple more replies if we get some, but maybe we can answer this question real quick in the meantime. Is there a specific card either of you are hunting for currently?
Um,
I am. So I
What are you
picked up
looking
two
for?
copies during my card shopping in Tokyo and Nagoya, and I picked another one up on Medicuddy. But my goal is to. This is another card I talked about on Henry's channel. But my goal is to fill a binder page with
Oh yeah,
the Shining Imakuni.
shining. Yeah, shining Himakuni.
So I'm up to four now, so I need a few more. But that's my current project. That's stupid, but I just really like that card.
It is. It is cool. Imakuni cards are cool. I
Yeah.
think I have one Imakuni Lucky Stadium card.
Oh yeah,
I
that's a
don't
good
know.
one too.
Yeah, I think that's. I don't even know where it is, but it's somewhere there.
That's a really nice
Uh,
one.
yeah. For me, there's several things. I don't know. I kind of showed you earlier. I don't know if people even know what this is, but there was a collab back in like '97 with Chow Comics, and they have. It's not really a single card, but it's a sheet of cards, and it was a game you would play. It's like I think it's like a matching or memory type game, but they just have some. It's not the best picture, but this was something I was trying to bid on the other day. But you got Jinx, Magikarp, Charmander, Jigglypuff, and there's a Pikachu, but the person that took the picture left a glare on it, so you can't really see. But these don't come up too often. They're difficult to find, but that's my current chase right now. Probably my number one priority, but we'll see.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I love that niche stuff. It's so cool.
yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
That's like my probably my favorite is like niche or non TCG in general, but there's always something I'm learning about that I didn't know existed. I feel like, and it's so hard to believe because we've been in it so long, we've been so deep in it that you would think you would know most of everything, but then somebody shows you a card and you're like, what is that?
So much stuff. And
Yeah.
you know, when did we talk about this? Was it on in someone else's live stream's comments, or I'm not sure anymore, but we talked about or maybe I talked about it in the video and you commented on it. I'm not 100% sure anymore. But we talked about oh, I don't have it. Might not have him in this binder right
What's
here.
up, Ern? And Paul's in the chat. Ern's in the
What's
chat.
up, Ern? How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining. We talked about
Yeah.
the curry stickers somewhere. I think it was in the comments somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I pulled a couple
Yeah.
good ones. I don't have them in this binder.
Oh, did
I
you
made
get
some.
him?
I made some curry.
Oh yeah, you
Wait,
did say you made some curry.
yeah,
You
I
were
think I
saying,
have them in a
yeah, you
different
were
binder.
saying time to make some curry.
I got the
Where did I
Captain
put him?
Pikachu holographic and the Charizard. Like, yeah,
Did you get it?
those are fun. They're in a different binder. They're in the other room. I might grab them later, but yeah,
Oh
that's
man.
always fun. There's
Yeah,
so
there's
much. There's so much of this random stuff, and like, of course, it's gradable.
they're going for $100 for these cards that
That's
the curry pack costs like $1.20 USD, but people
yeah,
are
you get
taking
it.
the stickers out of them and then sending them to PSA
Yeah,
and making $100 on eBay. It's like what?
I
I
forgot
can't
if
find them,
it's
but
yeah. I got some out of the curry boxes, but then I also I ate some from the convenience store, some wafers. They had some stickers in there too, so it's everywhere.
yeah, they yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think the
all right. So
wafers I
yeah,
bought too one time. They're like little cracker with chocolate in them or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I got the Captain Pikachu got from. That was pretty stale. I think it was a bit old, but yeah.
That's funny.
Alrighty. Ern says here for some Japan knowledge. I don't know if we're the best place to come to for that, but we'll try.
I
What's
think
up,
most people
everyone?
said Inferno X, right? Is what they
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Most people, I guess, voted for Inferno X. So let me see if I can um, share the screen. Sorry, still getting used to all this streaming stuff, so bear with me. Should be here. Slideshow. So Inferno X, I just wanted to go over the prices currently in Japan because it's obviously interesting. Maybe in general, like, how do you feel about the set? Because I feel
I
like
like
on the
it.
English side of things, people are there's very like opposing opinions.
Yeah, a lot of people recently. I think everybody was really excited and pumped for it because Charizard, it's a Charizard set, and then more recently, it's been like, it's being held up. It's the Obsidian Flames or whatever they're calling it. I like it. I think the Charizard's the best Charizard art we've ever had, aside from it being a card, just taking the art. I think the Charizard it's strong enough to hold the set up. And there's other cards in there, but I want more of it. I only have a box. What
I
about
don't
you?
have a single box. I opened one. I opened some loose packs from the convenience stores. I don't have anything yet. But so maybe that's a good point. Good time to look at the current price. So this is from Sneaker Dunk, and this is yesterday, I guess. Yeah, yesterday's price 13,000 yen before shipping on Sneaker Dunk, and it's been between 12 and 16,000 yen this whole time. But
It's
you
strong,
know,
no?
yeah, it's an expensive box. It reminds me of the last time Japanese was booming, where we had some new sets that just kind of stayed high the whole time. But it's getting cheaper. It's been getting cheaper over the last month-ish or so, and yeah, will be interesting. Obviously, the English set, having now been released, immediately cut the demand for this set drastically. I would think. I don't know. How do
Yeah,
you
I
feel
think
about
it's
this set?
still
Yeah.
so I like you said, I think the English markets are kind of for lack of a better word, just bearish or not as optimistic or talking maybe like not all of them, but there are people who are like, oh, it's not a great set. They're already on to the next thing, wanting to see what Mega Dream has to offer. But I feel like in Japan, it's more, and I felt this way recently more so with between the two markets. People are always saying English is so investable. Look at these prices. I feel like a lot of it is, just speculation though, holding it up. Whereas Japan, even though it's double or almost triple the price of MSRP, it's still relatively low. I think you don't agree with this, but Japanese MSRP is too low for what you
Hell no.
get.
Hell no.
But it's what, 5,500 yen for a box.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think Japanese just isn't as volatile
Mm.
recently. And maybe I'm totally wrong on this take, but I don't know if it's because it has a strong player base and a lot of people are. I mean, Mega was a very, very exciting time for players when it first happened, and to bring that back, that meta back, and have that type of gameplay, a lot of people are probably really excited for it. And Japan has a strong player base, so maybe that's partly what's holding it up. I don't know, but overall, I think the Japanese is just maybe going to hold a little bit better than the
Mm.
English.
Could
Obviously,
be.
English is dollar wise is worth more, but what is MSRP on English boxes and how much is it going for now? Like twice, like double MSRP?
Isn't a booster box MSRP like 160 in English? I think
Yeah, and it's not
people in
going for
chat will tell
320
us.
right now, right? So
No.
percentage wise, Japanese is almost three times, whereas English is two times. So there's an
Yeah.
argument there, or point at least some data to be like you could argue.
This is actually, I think, a good time to bring up this question. I thought about this the other day. It's like, oh, maybe I should ask Shug on the live stream. Um, English has been bigger than Japanese, is more popular, has more collectors, more players overall. That's always been the common narrative, and I believe it to be true and still true. But how much bigger do you think English is than Japanese at the moment? Like, let's say in terms of the people who collect it, the people who play the TCG, and the people who will buy a booster box, for example, or open packs, and maybe how much is printed. There's a lot of different variables there.
I mean, that's a hard question to answer. I would assume that there's more English product printed than Japanese, even though Japan's known for printing a lot. Like that's just a relative term, but a lot for what? What their goal is to print enough for Japan. Japan's a smaller population. People aren't speaking Japanese outside of Japan, really.
Mhm.
But English, it's like an international language, so many people are looking for those cards. But
I mean,
I would
obviously we
assume
do.
that. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like, we do not have an answer to that. Obviously, we can just kind of speculate and guess.
Yeah.
But
What do you think?
well, I do think English is still bigger, but I don't think it's as big of a difference as people say it is. Like, you'll still hear people online say nobody cares about Japanese, or Japanese is just not popular. But if you
Oh yeah,
think
I don't
about
agree
it,
with that.
yeah, like if you think about like Japan is not as big as like all the English speaking countries combined, obviously, right?
Mhm.
US, Canada, UK, Australia, whatever, right? That have like English product as their main language. They have all the other, like for example, European countries that have a lot of people who collect English. But in terms of like if you go like per capita, I think Japan beats all of them.
Yeah.
Like, but obviously that's not then total numbers, but I think there are per capita there's more people interested in Pokemon cards in Japan than in all these other countries. I would think.
Oh yeah,
And, and
definitely.
then, but also though, like there are so many people now who will collect Japanese cards or who who open the Japanese boxes, the sets before they come out in English. And if you just think about like how much Japan has to print to make sure everyone can get some, I don't know English. I don't know if English is that much bigger anymore these days.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you there. Maybe I phrased my how I was what I was talking about wrong, but at first, but I agree with what you're saying there, and I don't know if too many people actually care about. The people always say I can't read the card. People don't even play the game, so what are they worried about reading the card for? I don't know. People want the art.
Yeah,
um,
that's true. That's true.
and then we talked about this previously, I think in our last podcast, where it's another point that I always argue for why Japanese is so strong and it's not as volatile as English is Pokemon's a cultural institution here in Japan. It's in everything. It's in everyday life. We see it everywhere we go. If you're not going to look for Pokemon cards, you'll see a Pokemon summer safety poster, or you'll see
Mm,
packs of like curry, like we were talking about earlier. And you're like, Pokemon's in food. It's in transportation. Buses are painted with, Pokemon. Airplanes are painted with Pokemon. Pokemon manholes. It's everywhere. So it's just a part of everyday life here. It's not
yeah.
just a hobby. It's not just collecting. Everybody knows what Pokemon here is in Japan, and I don't think that's going away anytime soon.
One of my friends just posted an Instagram story the other day of being in the Pokemon airplane. Yeah, get a big old
Yeah,
Pikachu on
I
the
was
on the
there.
wing. Yeah.
I was there the other day, and I think I got a postcard. They give you like a postcard. Let me go see if I can get it really quick. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll try and
There's a
answer this
question I think
question
in the
real quick
chat.
here. Yeah. So this is an interesting one. Does Japan print only for Japanese market, or does Pokemon have taken into account the search for modern outside of the country? So Inept thinks it's just for Japan. We don't know. We don't have an answer. But I'm of the firm belief that Japan is printing so much more than they used to account for the international demand. Because if they only printed for the Japanese market, then this box would be 3 times as expensive, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think if you ask them, they say, "Oh, we're printing for Japanese demand," but what that entails is probably them accounting for how many boxes are getting out of the country and accounting for that. So Japanese people have the ability to get some boxes at least.
Yeah, they don't like it, obviously. I don't think they're huge fans of this situation. But they print a lot, and I also think they have changed a little bit how they sell packs in Japan, right? Not just the removing of the shrink wrap, for example, but I don't see a lot of card stores getting restocks these days. They'll get the
Yeah.
initial release. They might get a reprint at some point, but everything I see that is now sold after release is either through the Pokemon centers, the convenience stores, the supermarkets, you name it. They just keep getting more and more and more packs, and the card stores just don't get anything anymore. Uh, what are you showing? Sorry.
Yeah. This is just the airline I went on. I've never heard of it, Seed Air, but they gave us this postcard.
Ooh,
The plane was painted with this like
no
scene.
way.
So it had this whole scene all over the plane, and then they gave you this postcard when you walked in.
What?
Just kind of a cool little thing they
Did
were
you know
doing.
that when you booked the flight, or was it just coincidence?
It's just random. I asked my wife if like she did that on purpose, but she said it's just random the plane you get, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
you
that
were
stuff like
sorry,
that is
I kind of
so cool in
interrupted, but
Japan.
yeah,
No,
you
no,
were
it's
saying
okay.
about like the shrink wrap that the way that they take that off now, and then I don't know how the Pokemon centers are where you are, but here in Okinawa, they don't even give you the box anymore. They take the cards out of the box, so they instead of just removing the shrink wrap,
Yeah.
giving you the box, I even asked the guy like, could you rip the tab and give me the box? And he's like, no, like we can't give the box out anymore. I'm like, okay, which
Is
wasn't a
that
big deal,
for
but it's
for the
so
new
weird that
sets or even the older sets?
so I haven't been to the Pokemon Center maybe a couple months, but it was maybe 2 or 3 months ago that I went there and what they had, that was like for anything they had available, any set available, they were just
Really?
ripping the pack in the box, taking the box away and then giving you the packs. And
Yeah. So,
everything's a limit. There's like
huh.
5 packs per person or 10 packs per person, depending on what set it is. The Terrassel Festival was like 2 packs, I think. So
Yeah. Yeah. When I went to the Pokemon centers this time on this Tokyo trip, I went to the one in Tokyo Station. I went to the Tokyo DX one, which is very close to Tokyo Station, and I went to the one in Nagoya. I saw people buying boxes, and they still got the box. But it
Okay.
was, it was the less popular sets. They didn't have boxes of the new stuff, obviously, but they had
Do you
a
think
Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia in stock, 10-pack limits, 5-pack limits, depending on the Pokemon Center. Yeah, so they had that. So that was good.
nice?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever go back to getting shrink wrap boxes from the Pokemon Center?
Um, yeah,
Anytime
the
soon?
year the
Probably
year
not.
before the year before the hobby dies. I don't know. Like
Never.
maybe not from the Pokemon Center, but they're not even opening boxes on their YouTube channel anymore. So you saw that earlier, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they couldn't even get the
Uh,
box for the YouTube channel.
yeah, they couldn't even get a box. They had to get pack limits. Oh, can you imagine? No. So I have a couple more slides for Inferno X here because obviously
Okay,
we have the cards.
beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about this card before. I think it's a great card. Um, I might have a bit of a crash out moment about this card, but um,
Why?
in
Why?
English, I've heard you talk about this as well. In English, a lot of people say like, "Oh, we don't like it as much because it text covers Charmander."
Oh, yeah, it
Right?
does.
How do you feel about that?
So I think if the Japanese covered Charmander's face the same as the English text did, I wouldn't probably ever think about it or
Mm,
wouldn't care as much. But the fact that the English one did cover Charmander's face and the Japanese doesn't, I'm like, I feel bad for English collectors. I'm not an English collector, but I would be kind of pissed. Like, this is such a beautiful card and such good art that I mean, they're probably limited by what they can do because they have to consider the text and what it says to be super specific for the game, and they can't probably move it up or down based on card design.
yeah, that's all
But
standardized, right? That's like
it's not
preset.
really too big of a deal because it's a Charizard card. It's not a Charmander card, but it's the artwork is just so good that I feel bad that Charmander gets his face covered and feel bad for English collectors.
Okay. Do you want to hear
What
my hot
about you?
take? I
Yeah.
mean, I agree. I get the point, right? Totally. But to the people who now choose to get the Japanese card instead of the English one, I gotta ask, why is this making the difference? Why not the better texture? Why not Japanese being the original language? Why not the better quality? Like
Right.
text covering up the face of Charmander is now the reason to switch to Japanese for this card. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry.
That's a great
Like,
point. That's a
the
great
texture.
point.
What about the texture on every single
Yeah,
card?
they covered
Like,
Charmander's forehead is the reason.
yeah. Like,
That's that's such a good point. Yeah, the texture. Somebody held them up. I saw recently next to each other, and there was like two videos of them like reflecting light on them. And it, English has probably gotten better a bit, but the
oh yeah,
Japanese
for sure,
texture is
for
just
sure.
so good. Japanese texture, and then even like the gray border. I think on the maybe this was just a picture I saw, but are the borders on the SARs for English like this metallic border? Or are they just dark gray?
They're
Do
a
you know?
hollow, right? I
Oh,
I
okay,
feel
they
like
are.
the weren't the rainbow borders we got um were like terrestrialized EXs in English not hollow. I think I heard that at some point.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we need an English collector to fill us in.
Yeah, people will know in chat. But
That's a
some
good
of the
point, though.
prices here, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt it was funny. It's like the texture. The texture is not a good enough reason. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, this is Card Rush yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
Gold one still holding very strong, significantly more expensive than the SAR, which in English is not the case. The gold one is cheaper. How do we feel about that, Jug?
Um, I don't really like the gold card at all. I like the rarity of it. I like that Pokemon made a super hard chase included, and I just wish it was a different. I just not a fan of gold cards. The Mega Gardevoir and Mega Lucario were a lot better than the Charizard, I think. And somebody had pointed
Interesting.
out a difference in them, and I guess they're a little bit smaller on the card than the Charizard. The Charizard takes up so much space that you can't really see the background, and it doesn't make it contrast as well on the card. But um, yeah, I would still rather have the SAR. What about
Yeah,
you?
I think they're okay. Like there are some gold cards I like. These are, I think they look fine. Um, I don't know. it's weird. I don't know which language I agree with more. Like in Japanese, the gold one being more expensive because it's much more difficult to pull, or English, the SAR being more expensive because it's just that much better as an artwork. I don't know. I can't really decide which one I agree with more.
Did you hear the hit rates in English?
Yeah, for the SAR, is it like 400 one every 400 packs or something? I
That's
heard. I'm
what
not sure if that's
PokeBeach had
correct.
said. PokeBeach
Yeah.
said
Okay.
1 in 400. I heard 1 in 300 from somebody else for SARs, and then the gold for English was 1,260. And then the
Okay.
interesting thing about the hit rates that I thought was the ARs they made less difficult in English to get. It's 1 in every 9 packs.
Hmm.
So you get 4 in a box because booster box is 36 packs in English, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. So you get 4 in a box, whereas in Japanese, a box is 30, but you're only getting 3. So it's a 1 in 10 chance instead of a 1 in 9 chance. So the Japanese cards are a little bit harder to get the ARs now, which is not historically how it's been. You get
Interesting.
so it's not very much different, but
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that they made the hit rates better in English for this set. And I heard somebody say it's maybe they're trying to make it to where the opening experience is better because people can't get full boxes now, and so they want people to hit more like Crown Zenith and V Star Universe, have like that fun opening experience, but still including a hard chase like the Gold Charizard where it's difficult to pull.
Mm. That's interesting. That the
Yeah,
Japanese ARs are are harder to pull than the English one.
yeah, it's never
That's
been that
nuts.
way.
No, that's very interesting.
If PokeBeach's numbers are right, but that's what we saw a couple days ago with what they put out.
Yeah, yeah. No, I believe him.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that is interesting. We'll see what happens, right? In Japanese, what I found interesting when I talked to Henry, so this is a bit ago now, but back then, the PSA 10 population for the SAR and the gold one in Japanese were like really different. Like there was like 3,500 tens for the SAR at that time, and like 150 or something for the
oh
gold one.
damn,
Yeah, like way less. And
how long
with
ago was this?
so 2 weeks ago, I talked to him, maybe
Oh,
3 weeks
okay.
ago. I'm not sure anymore. But like, with how many people are grading these days,
It's
and
wild.
buying cards to grade from stores in multiple copies, etc. I was surprised to only see that few. Maybe the quality stinks. I see a lot of these in lower conditions on the card store websites and in the stores. I saw a lot of these in lower conditions. This is actually an interesting one right here. So this is from Torika Camp, a little bit more expensive than Card Rush. It's a big card store in Nagoya that they have a good website. A lot of people internationally buy from them, Torika Camp. And they in A condition had 83 SARs in stock. Obviously, that's just whatever, right? There's thousands of these out there, but it wasn't too long ago that these were just flying off the shelves, and now they're kind
Yeah,
of sitting. Yeah.
yeah. Um, I was going to bring up when you talked about the low pop on the gold cards. I'm assuming a lot of people are sending those through the value tier, the express tier, like 10-day turnaround.
Yeah.
I mean, it just because the set just came out and wanting the card back to be first to market, maybe not. But I recently sent a card through that value tier, the 10-day turnaround tier, sent it
Oh
on
yeah.
October 27th in the mail, and PSA didn't accept it as. I mean, it gets there in like 2 days. It's like super quick to get it to PSA, so I can see it on my side of the tracking that it's at PSA, but they didn't log it until like yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. I got the email saying that it arrived at PSA. So almost a month. And I paid $80 for this, service. But
That's
they're just so
crazy.
backed up right now
Yeah.
and with
Yeah.
their intake that they can't even it's longer than the turnaround service. So I should get the card. It'll probably be back by next week now that it's logged in because they're usually pretty fast. But hopefully I get a 10 on the card.
Yeah. I hope so too, man. But that's
It
outrageous
is.
that like you pay that much to have a quick turnaround time, and then it sits for weeks. It's insane. That PSA
Yeah.
can get away with this stuff is insane.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts.
We're at the
But did you
mercy of
see?
them.
I checked the website because I was curious about this. They have a little like notification at the top of the screen that says we're like it will take up to a month for us to receive your order.
Oh, I didn't
And
see that. It's probably my fault
yeah,
then.
and they published that October 3rd, I think it was.
Oh yeah, I'd never read, I guess. But
Yeah.
so it's my bad. Sorry, PSA.
No, but like it's still like you pay that much, you know. I was like, oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, so I
They're
wonder if a
they're
lot of
grading
those
all the
cards are just
burger
sitting there
chews
then. Like,
a
yeah,
lot.
right. Yeah, oh my God. What's the pop at now on the Burger Chew?
We can check in a bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll bring up the pop later for these cards as well. I'm curious how it has changed, but yeah, another example of the gold card, 118,000 yen in condition A minus. You can see 85. I wanted to show this as another hot take. So many people are talking about the best Charizard card ever, the Mega, one of the best. I haven't heard anyone bring up the V Star as like a comparison.
That's true.
I think
I
it's
forgot
pretty
about it.
close. I think it's pretty close. I think I like the Mega more because it's just the colors are amazing. But
It's
on the other one,
different.
you've got Charizard fighting Mewtwo. Like that's pretty sick. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I forgot about this card kind of. I know Oliver in our episode this last week, he brought up the Venusaur and Charizard card where Venusaur's whooping Charizard's ass. But
That one, yeah,
um,
yeah.
I think now that you show me this and I see them side by side, the chat can answer too which one they like better.
Mm.
I think I like the art style of the Mega Charizard that just came out. I really like that art style. But I like the content or what the art is, like the picture is of on the V Star. Like Mewtwo, like you said, Mewtwo fighting Charizard is badass. And if you could combine the art style with that, it'd be really cool. It is a really cool card. Now I'm second guessing because I was saying that this is, I mean, I said top three, but this V
It's a
Star
tough
card is
one.
really cool.
It's a tough one
Yeah.
because yeah, I do like the artwork a lot on the Mega. The colors, the way it's like it has the like painted kind of watercolor style almost in a bit, you might say. But on the V Star, you've got a scene happening, right?
Yeah.
Fighting Mewtwo, and then on top of that, you have the other card from Mewtwo's perspective, right, which makes it even better in my opinion. The Mewtwo V Star, and then on the Mega, they're just kind of floating in the air. They're just kind of floating there, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't bring this up just to be like contrarian because I might like the Mega more, but yeah, we got a really sick Charizard there in the V Star, and it
Yeah.
doesn't get much attention because it was a promo in English that was super cheap for a long time. It was a chase card in Japanese, but there are so many PSA 10s. It's not an expensive card, so you know it's not the newest shiny thing anymore, I guess.
How much do you know off the top of your head how much these V Star cards are? The
I
Charizard?
think raw in the stores were about nine to 10,000 yen now.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's all right. Or maybe a little bit less, maybe seven. I think the Mewtwo was about 10,000. Mewtwo's a little bit more expensive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. All right, so that's let me try and find the pop reports because I'm curious.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Which one did you grade? Did you say the gold one or the SAR?
Oh, I didn't grade either of those. The
Oh,
Charizard?
but which one are you waiting to come back?
Oh, it's not even a Pokemon card. It's a One Piece card. It's
Oh, okay.
the new One Piece heroine set where they got all the feet. It's like an all female set, and it's the Boa Hancock. They're like secret rares, but they looked like tarot cards.
Okay.
And so I pulled the Boa. I opened one box and I pulled the Boa tarot card, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna send this to get graded because I pulled the Sanji manga rare from the last set in a one box pull too. And that card
Dude.
sent through, yeah, I sent through Value, the 10-day turnaround, got it back, and I was one of the first sales. I was the first listing on eBay, sold it for $800. I was like, One Piece
Damn.
coming through with the
Damn.
first to marketplace. Yeah.
Oh man, we are so different with that though. Like I could never do the first to market type of stuff. Like,
I don't do it very often. I did it on
oh,
Umbreon from Terrestrial Festival, and I made out good on that. But now
okay.
I'm scared to touch the Umbreon. But
Yeah. It just sounds so stressful to me. Like you're praying to get in a clean card, you're praying it gets graded fast by PSA, you're praying it comes back fast, you're praying someone actually buys it. Then you have to like check the price like every day or like I don't know. Like, oof.
yeah,
Uh,
Umbreon seemed like such an easy play at the time because it was when I was buying them, I bought 10 and it was just, I don't know, people were always talking about the Umbreon VMAX, from Evolving Skies or EV Heroes. And so I seen the prices of that card, and then this is, I knew that the hype would take
Yeah.
do all the work in this card when
Yeah,
it
yeah.
first came out. At least I didn't expect the pops to be what they are now. It's like 60,000 for a PSA 10
I
of the
haven't I
terrestrial
haven't
memory.
checked, but
It's
it's
like
gotta be, yeah.
50,000. It might be more.
Ugh.
But yeah, I was buying them at like $200 a copy when they first came out, and I was like, that $200 is easy for that.
Did you get
I don't
did you
know.
get a little bit concerned when you saw that like so many people pulled it?
I had honestly sold a lot of them super quick, and before that even happened, I didn't think it was going to be
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I knew it was a little easier, but again, it was Umbreon and the hype of
Yeah, of
everybody.
course.
You know,
Yeah.
I
The
I
hype
like
was
Umbreon,
insane.
but it would, yeah, people are over bullish on Umbreon, or were at the time. Um, Now people realize for sure how not rare that card is.
Yeah, yeah. People still love it though. It's still very
It's still a
expensive.
cool card. I have a
Yeah.
copy still. I kept one copy, and it's, I think, my best copy. It ends in 8000 to the cert.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
nice. I pulled one on my first box. That was my first box, and I sold it in Switzerland. Actually,
nice.
yeah, I'm maybe one day I'll buy another one, but I actually have in the price comparisons coming up. I think I have an Umbreon in there, maybe. But yeah, here we got the pop for Inferno X. So we get the SAR 9010s now.
For which one?
The SAR, the Charizard,
Oh wow, okay.
and then the Mega Ultra Rare, I guess, is the gold one, right? 850. So about 10% of the SAR.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
mean
wonder what the
that's
prices are on those now too.
yeah, the SAR, I saw card stores trying to sell it for about 105, 110,000 yen in a 10.
Too much
So,
for me.
yeah.
I think I'll
How
wait.
much would you be willing to pay for that card in Japanese? Like what price would you be comfortable with?
A
Like you
raw
say you want to
copy,
buy one for the collection.
a raw copy, probably 40,000 yen. Like what is that, 280 USD? A
Okay.
little less. It's like 250 to 280. What about you?
Damn. Damn. I
Less?
I don't know. I think I'm just living in the past, man. For me, I think I'd be comfortable paying 15 to 20,000. Like
Oh,
if I
okay.
saw that card at 18,000 yen in a card store on their website or in a physical store, I'd be like, okay, I think I'll buy this for the collection. But maybe I'm just
Yeah.
used to like to me an 18,000 yen chase card still seems like kind of expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Maybe Japanese are
maybe I'm just
shifting
dusted and
though.
live in the past. I don't know. Like you tell me.
No, you're right. I again at 40,000, I'm not like hunting that card, because I think about too, like what else could I spend 40,000 or even 20,000 yen on? There's other cards that I would rather buy for the collection, but if I was looking for that card and I really wanted it 40,000, I think I'd be okay paying for it if it was a good copy. But who knows? It could go down even further. It just depends on how much they print. Somebody was speculating. I don't know. I mean, obviously nobody knows. They were saying that this is going to get short printed, quote unquote, for lack of better words, or they're just not going to
How do
print a
they
lot
know?
of it. Yeah, I have no idea. They had like an argument pretty much saying with the sets coming up and the demand that those sets are going to have, that Pokemon wouldn't be able to. But yeah, again, nobody honestly knows what they're going to do.
People said this 2 years ago with Violet EX and stuff like that. And look at that
It's
stuff
so much
today.
of it. It's so
Yeah,
much of it.
I love it so much. I like that's one of my favorite things right now, and it's been like this for months. Is that Violet EX is cheaper than Scarlet EX?
Yeah, it wasn't in the past, right?
No, it was
But they
way more
printed so
expensive.
much Violet
Yeah,
because it was so popular.
and it's one of
Yeah,
the, I think it's now sold out at the Pokemon centers, but it was one of the ones that's just always available.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
All of Scarlet
Scarlet
and Violet,
EX,
you could
which
pick it up.
you know, yeah, Violet has I think the Miriam SAR is the expensive card in that one, and
I pulled that one
that was
somewhere.
expensive. Oh, that's nice. Expensive when it first came out. It stayed expensive. Then they reprinted it, and now it's cheaper than Scarlet EX. Yeah. I hope that's a lesson learned for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. Um,
Uh, there you go.
yeah,
In
this.
after saying, I just started seeing the Japanese Umbreon EX PSA 10 going for under 500. There you go.
Yeah, so it's gone up a little bit, I think. Yeah,
Ooh, there you go. That's a nice one.
yeah. Think Scarlet and Violet base are going out of regulation too for play in the next couple months. There's a G
Okay.
regulation, I think. Oh, I should
They
see
haven't
right here. It'll
already.
say. I think I don't think so. I think it might
Okay.
be maybe they have, but I think it was a Japanese YouTuber saying that in the next couple months, those
Okay.
boxes are gonna be out of print or out of rotation for play.
Mm.
So to keep an eye on them, I guess, for prices and stuff.
They're pretty decent for base sets, I think, compared to some of the older stuff, obviously.
Yeah, overall, I think Scarlet and Violet, I think we're gonna maybe look back on it, and I started looking at seeing people post like pictures of massive amounts of art rares that we got in Scarlet and Violet, and really seeing them all together. You're like, damn, Pokemon upped its game, even though they have like a lot of room, but there's so many different art rares and so many really good arts if you take the time to look at all of them.
But then at what point do we have to deal with art power creep when there's just too much to choose from? Like,
Yeah, it's
you know,
something I've thought of. Yeah, you get you just get burned out on it. It's not nothing new or exciting anymore.
yeah,
It's
and
kind of
I mean
gets lost in the.
it's a great thing, and if you consider this a problem, it's a good problem to have, I would think. But there's so many good looking cards, ARs, SARs, whatever, that like, you know, which one do you buy or what, like depending on what your goals are, obviously, but there's so much of it, it's nuts. I pulled up the Pikachu promo pop report. Hold on, I'll bring it up. So what do you think, how many tens are we at?
The Burger Chew?
Yeah.
Or what'd you say?
Yeah,
Uh
Burgage.
One, I think I'm cheating kind of, but 115.
It's pretty good. 116.
Oh wow.
There
I
it
say I
is.
recently saw this. The most graded card in a 10 of all time.
It's just silly. Like I don't know
It's wild.
what else to say about this card. It's just silly. Um, and do you read the Asahi Shimbun article about the release?
No.
So they, again, people were speculating about how many of these exist, etc. Asahi Shimbun apparently had some contacts. Who knows if it's true or not? So take it with a grain of salt. But they talked about 3 million cards total, which is 1.5 million packs, which would be 1.5 million Pikachu's. And if you do the math, 3,000 McDonald's in Japan, I think I did calculate it a bit ago, but it's like 160, 170 packs per day per store, which seems totally reasonable, right?
Mhm.
But that would be 1.5 million Pikachu's, which means less than 1% have been graded. Less than 10% have been graded.
That's nuts.
Less than 10%. So this number can go much higher still.
I think it will. I think the bulk is probably not even. Maybe the bulk is coming in.
I think so
Um,
now. Yeah, it's been three
yeah.
months, so should be
Okay.
back now, I think.
Yeah, and I think
Or still
we'll
coming
still
back.
see. It's like a meme card. I think me and Oliver in our thing a couple weeks back did a tier list of most influential or iconic cards,
Okay.
and we had a lot of obviously vintage cards and Charizard First Ed trophy cards, but then we also had this Burger Chew as one of the most iconic influential cards, even though it's 2 months old, but just for what it is and the craziness in the time in the hobby, it's going to be super like symbolic of
True.
this period of the hobby. And I don't know how you felt about it when it came out. I was like, this is not worth it's not, I didn't expect this to happen because I thought it was so obvious that this was going to be just a cheap promo. And I got
Yeah.
5 packs because I think
Yeah.
it was 5 per customer you could get,
Yeah.
and I just gave them away. I was like, somebody really wanted them, and I was like, here, I sent them to them, and they're in the US, but I sent it to them, and they were like, you don't want anything from them? I'm like, no, like it's, I don't know, free card. It came with my McDonald's, and they're like, okay.
That's cool.
But then
That's nice.
it took off, and they're really happy that they got them, and I don't regret giving it to them. They're a cool person, but
Yeah,
never would
for
have
sure.
expected that this would have happened.
It was I think it was kind of the black label sale, the 20K black label sale that really shot up the price for the pack, like doubled
Yeah.
it or maybe even tripled it very quickly. And I still have tinfoil hat conspiracy theory about that one too. Like I feel like the person who bought that black label is someone who had thousands of these packs.
They owned it. Yeah, for sure. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, that's a smart
Yeah.
play. They probably had so many of these or knew people that had these, and they're like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna black label it, sell it, somebody buy it for 20 grand or really high
Well,
price, and then
I think yeah,
we'll
they
sell
bought it
all our packs.
themselves. Yeah, and obviously
Yeah.
you overpay massively for that black label, but then you increase the price of those packs so much And then you still have the black label, right? So you still have that as well.
Yeah, you pay 20 grand, but it's your own 20 grand if you have a friend buy it, and you have to pay the
Yeah.
buyer's premium fees or whatever. So you
Yeah.
lose whatever 10%. You lose 2 grand, but then you're selling thousands, tens of thousands of packs for
Or even
whatever
if they
profit.
didn't grade it themselves, it's profitable if you have enough packs. I mean, there's
Yeah.
pictures of Japanese people in Japan who submitted thousands of these. There's like one picture. It's just like a cardboard box, and it's just all card savers, and it's all verbiages.
That's
Like,
wild.
I think the person on Twitter, Japanese Twitter, said like 10K or something, 10,000
Oh my
verbiages.
god.
So like, if you're that guy and you buy that black label, like, you make out like a bandit. It's yeah.
PSA
'Cause
is probably sick
can't
of
think
grading
of
these
a
cards.
collector. I can't think of a collector who spends 20K on that card. Like, I don't know.
Unless there's just some different people out there that don't care. Money is like not even, it's just monopoly money to them, where it's
Okay,
but I
yeah,
doubt it. I think
maybe.
yours is more like probably
I don't know.
reasonable, because black label
Mine is a
collectors
bit out
are
there. Yeah.
black label collectors are kind of crazy. I've been a black label Facebook page,
Hmm.
and it's like all these people collect, and there's some people with like
Yeah.
the prices on that page, when people are like, how much you want, they're always in the thousands mostly.
Yeah. I mean, I think my theory is a bit out there, but also like traditionally, like old money people, they're not rich because they spent 20K on black labels. Like those people are pretty smart with their money. Maybe it's
Yeah.
people with a lot of crypto money or something. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are we saying here? Hope they learned their lesson not to do limited time release distribution for such a fan favorite Pokemon. Still, it was crazy. Frenzy is a high pop and readily available product. Yeah, that's the thing. Readily available. That one of the reasons why it went crazy is because people had this idea that this isn't readily available, mass produced. Right? So 3-day release, sold out day one.
That was
got
weird.
people doing crazy stuff in their head, and it was never a rare card, right?
Yeah, they shouldn't. I think, yeah, that's a good point. They shouldn't have made it like a 3-day thing and advertised it as that, because people were just like hype FOMO mode. Like, oh my God, it's only going to be for this weekend in Japan. Like, it just makes it sound more exclusive and rare. But if they didn't put that on there, and they just kind of like trickled them out and didn't have a date, it's like we run out when we run out, then maybe it wouldn't have been such a crazy frenzy. People flying in from China or wherever to get these cards.
Did you go on Friday or?
Was it Friday that it started, or Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday was the schedule.
I think I went Saturday morning. I went in the morning, and I work Fridays normally. So, and where I live, there was nobody there. I just cruised in. It didn't look like what we saw online at all.
I was in Switzerland, and I asked my buddy to get one for me. And he went on Saturday as well, here in the countryside. No lines, nothing. Just walked in, bought one for him, for his girlfriend, and one for myself. And but on YouTube, if you listen to YouTube, it's sold out day one in all of Japan. It's not, no,
Yeah,
it's
right.
sold out day one in Tokyo and Osaka, maybe, and Nagoya or whatever. But I think most of the country still had it on Saturday.
Yeah, and Sunday even, maybe. I would
even Sunday,
doubt that I
Who
could
knows?
have, like, where I went, wouldn't be surprised if they still had them.
Yeah.
But I have one now.
Yeah,
I don't know if you.
Ooh, is it AR? No, that's the other grading company, right? I'll try.
Yeah, this is Gemix. So
Yeah, I heard you
it's a
talk
little
about this on
thinner,
your
but
podcast. It looks nice.
yeah, I got this from a
Looks
friend
nice.
in a trade. But
Looks slick. And you
got
mentioned
my
they
piece
don't
of
have
history.
you don't have the submission windows like ARS, right, with GemX?
Yeah, Gemix is a good alternative. Their slabs are like the size of PSA, heavier though, and the grade is still on the back, but they don't have the submission windows, so you don't have like 2 days every 2 months that you could submit to them. You can literally submit to them wherever you want, and they're not exclusive to Japan. They are a Japanese grading company, but they will accept worldwide shipments. So yeah,
That's very nice. Yeah, very similar to ARS, thinner slab though. You said heavier than PSA. Grade on the back.
Yeah, so there's the difference of the slabs.
There you go.
There's the ARS slab. Yeah, I still like ARS a lot. Here's the thickness of them.
Yeah, ARS is just
ARS
a brick.
is definitely, it's a brick. It's a weapon. It's the best quality though. When you feel this in your hand, you're like, oh my God, I've been cheated by PSA and every other company.
You know what issue I've had with ARS slabs though?
What?
From my experience, they scratch even easier than PSA slabs.
Oh
And I
man, I
didn't
mean,
have much success getting the scratches buffed out with your typical plastics.
oh yeah,
Um, Somehow it's like you can get them off, but you almost leave more scratches, like very fine scratches. You
oh
can't really
okay.
see them, but it didn't work all too well. So I was a bit gotta be careful with those.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that. I'll have to look at them now and see.
Do you see more ARS slabs in stores recently? And do you grade through this grading company? Actually, easier and quicker to grade with them. Uh, yeah, you see them in stores. PSA is still what you see the most of, 100%. I have never graded with ARS because I just don't like the submission window thing. But I would like to grade some stuff with them. I have a few cards that are, I think, good for ARS. But Shug, you know a lot more about this than I do.
Yeah, I saw like so when I went to that one store I was talking about earlier in Osaka, they had ARS slabs. They definitely had PSA slabs, but they did have ARS slabs. And I've heard uh, online and in some of a Mercs Discord from I think Dragon Slayer, he was saying that uh, Yu-Gi-Oh is really big, like or ARS is really big with Yu-Gi-Oh collectors. So a lot of those
Okay.
guys will submit with ARS and have a lot of their cards graded there. But I think it's catching on, and more people are talking about it. Comparably, like with prices, from what I've seen on Mercari, that Japan like PSA 10 is it's like kind of like the same. PSA is like the I feel like the standard, but ARS 10 plus, their 10 plus grade is goes higher than the PSA 10 in Japan. I don't know how
Hmm.
the rest of the world views it, but when I look online at Mercari prices, it's yeah, ARS 10 is above the PSA 10. And Japanese people are well aware of like how PSA 10s are not always the greatest, card condition. But
Yeah, I think there's
yeah, I
some
wish it
great
was
deals
easier
on
for more people.
yeah, it was should be they should do more, but maybe they're just not willing to expand at the moment, which you gotta respect as well. But yeah, I think you get some good deals on nines. I've picked up
Oh
in the
yeah, for
past some
sure.
ARS nines for like really good prices. The cards just look amazing.
Yeah, they
Uh,
they elevate. So one of the big plays I kind of have, or not big plays, but I was buying these Charizards a long time ago. The beat up like PSA 1 Charizards. Here's a better example. But you buy them back in the day were like 20 to 30 bucks, and I bought so many of these and trying to just do a PSA 1 play, but it's, not the best looking card, but in this case, it makes it look like a little, I don't know,
it looks
trophy or art
amazing.
piece,
It looks
right?
amazing. Yeah, it
So I
looks
do, I
really
do that with
good.
like a lot of base set beat up cards. I'll like just get them for super cheap. Maybe not the Charizard anymore because it's a little bit more expensive, even in a beat up condition. But
Yeah,
this
it's
card was
gotten
like
pricey.
$7 or something, a Gyarados that's beat up, and you put it in this case and make it look a little bit better. People want it.
I love that. I think that's a one grades play that I can respect a little bit more than the PSA one because at least you get the really nice looking slab, so like
Yeah.
it works really well. Whereas with PSA it feels a bit, I don't know, feels a bit weird. Yeah, I was in up saying here. My first ARS card is going to be the Umbreon since it's getting to that magic number below 500. Yeah, you brought up this 500 number a couple times now. So why don't we, Shug? Why don't we go to some price comparisons?
Okay.
Gotta reload this page real quick. Sorry. So for those of you who don't know, the last time I collaborated with Shug was this February. I had him on the channel. We did a pre-recorded video where we discussed the market, talked about is Japanese booming, which is funny because look where we're at right now. And then in the background, I had footage. So it was more of a podcast, pre-recorded podcast, but I had footage playing in the background of me going card shopping in Akihabara. And so here I have some. Let me, one second here. Here I have some screenshots from that video. So card shopping in Akihabara, and I think Ikebukuro, February 2025. And then I have some recent sales from just a couple of days ago, this November. And I picked a few that we can go through to look at what has happened to the price. And I guess I'm gonna ask Shug to tell me what he thinks happened to the price. So this is a screenshot from the video. That video. It's the 151 Mew EX SAR in a 10 for 18,000 yen. What do you think this card is at right now? What is it? 9 months later? Yeah, 9 months later.
30,000 yen.
Almost.
43. Oh, wow.
This is one of the most recent sales of Medicati,
Oh
43,000
man.
yen. And by the way, for people who aren't in Japan, I think this is a good opportunity. I mean, I only have a few cards as examples, but you might see some stuff here that you'll find cheaper somewhere where you are. Maybe at a card show or something. Like you might find some good deals if you compare it to what this stuff costs in Japan now, because some of the Japanese prices are a bit crazy right now. Yeah. All right, next up. Oh, there it is. There you go. So this was February 2025, the Umbreon EX Gemin 10 for 118,000 yen. And keep in mind, these are card store prices. So it would have been a little bit higher than, let's say, Medicuddy. And a lot of my recent sales where they are screenshots from Medicuddy, which are going to be a little bit lower than the card store. So keep that in mind as well. But, it's good enough.
This has got to be peak price right here, I feel like. If I maybe I'm remembering wrong. My price history is like memory is not great, but I feel like this was probably peak.
This
I'm
was
gonna say
early February 25, yeah.
Okay, so maybe a little bit. I don't know.
It's definitely not first to market.
80,000. I'm way off, huh?
69. Not way off. You're kind of close.
Okay.
Yeah. But there you go, inept. You can figure out should you get it from Japan or buy it wherever you happen to be. I don't know where you live, but
that's around 500 bucks, right? USD, kind of close. A little bit over,
no,
maybe.
That's less, right? Or is it? It's less than 500, right? I don't know much about the US yen conversion rate. You're more familiar with that.
To USD. Oh yeah, it's less. It's 440.
440, okay, but not too much of a difference. But yeah, below that 500 magic number. Right? Okay, here's a bit of an oddball. It's the Pikachu M Level X from the Advent of Arceus. It comes in this special like promo pack that has this promo, the Mijina Shinden, Mijina Temple holo, and then 3 packs of the Arceus movie random pack. Japanese exclusive, 100,000 yen in a PSA 10 in February.
This I have no clue, so forgive me for my answer, but I'm gonna say 250,000 yen.
Very close.
Ooh.
264.
I don't know. That was total guess.
296, 280, and then those for like 170, they're like 4 months old.
Damn, that's a big jump.
Yeah,
on a big card already. Yeah,
Pikachu cards are one of the categories of cards that have gone absolutely insane. Anything Pikachu has gone crazy, especially Japanese exclusive Pikachus like this one. It's a sick card. I got one in a binder. It's like moderately played, I think. That's good enough for me. I don't want to spend 300,000 yen.
No, not at all.
Yeah, there.
That's a wild jump, though.
I felt my saying GG's.
Did you see Inept said I don't even buy international anymore because he knows, Inept knows the prices are not always as great over here as people think they are. Like a lot of the arbitrage is sometimes, but I think a lot of the arbitrage people have found and are able. It just things are more efficient now, and you can easily have access to Japanese cards. Everybody can. It's not to where there's a bunch of barriers now, like there was
100%.
in the past.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Foil pattern is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, these are great, and in the I don't have one in the binder, but this little mini set, so it was released.
They brought it back
for a movie. It's technically a movie promo set, and it comes in booster packs. There's even booster boxes out there. I got the pack art here in the binder. Wait, let me. Can I do this though?
Oh, that's cool. That's what they came in?
Mm-hmm.
Is it bigger than a booster pack?
No, I just had it folded over because it was for the binder. It's a regular booster pack. It comes with 7 cards in the booster pack. You guaranteed a holo. And the holo, there's 3 Arceus holos and 3 Pichu holos. I don't have them in this binder right now. They're beautiful, but every single card in this set, as far as I know, is Japanese exclusive. So you've got this Pikachu in there, Ash's Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Meowth with Jesse and James.
Oh, that's cool. I like that card.
Yeah, and they're just dope cards. It's a small set. These were a couple of years ago. These packs were 6,000 yen on Medicati. I bought a few, opened some. I kept one sealed, and now they're like 30,000 ish yen. This is the other promo that came with the Pikachu level X. It's the Mijina Temple. It's also got the same kind of hollow pattern on the borders.
Oh, that's cool. Those cards are
Cover.
unique. The way they
Yeah,
did
they're really
those
cool.
art.
They're really cool. But yeah,
So Merc said you got two of the Arceus cards.
they look good. The Pichus as well are so nice. Spiky eared Pichus.
Yeah.
Again, as far as I know, all Japanese exclusive. Okay. Here's one. Pikachu Zekrom GX from Tag Bolt. Tag Bolt, absolutely goated set.
Yeah.
In a PSA 10 for 178,000 yen. Expensive card in February. No doubt about that.
Yeah, probably more, I'm guessing now, though, right? Tag teams, I feel like they've gone up a lot. I feel like I'm going to be way off again, but we'll go with 320.
Dude, you're good. You're good. This is
Where is
Sneaker
it?
Dunk. So,
Oh, the bottom?
bottom left corner. Hard to see.
Oh, okay,
309.
309.
309,000 yen.
I had these are just guesses. This is total guesses.
You're good. You're good. You got a good
That's
sense of the market.
That's a awesome card. That's one I wish I never got, and I wish I did. These
Yep.
was Tag Bolt the yellow or gold box, right?
Dark blue, blackish.
Tag Team GX was the gold one. The end
Yeah,
of the
that's
Sun
Tag
and Moon
All
era.
Stars. Tag All Stars. Tag Bolt
That-
was the first tag team box.
I remember coming back, I think 2019, 2018, and seeing those on shelves just sitting there. And I think back to that moment, like they sat there for months and months, and I would look at them and I never picked one up. And then I really went hard into Pokemon a few months later, and then looking back at them now, I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. I should have just bought everything.
Yeah. Oh, this is a little bit hard to see. Sorry, I uploaded the wrong picture. But speaking of Tag Bolt, these are the buy list prices of the card stores, and the card stores are buying Tag Bolt for 200,000 yen right now.
in next comment.
What's he saying?
Said guessing wizard.
Guessing wizard is knowledgeable. We need to just send him around. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's doing really well so far. This wasn't supposed to be like a quiz, but I was just curious to hear your opinion. But
It's my credibility check.
Yeah, no. Here we go. Some ungraded terrestrial evolutions. This is again card shops in February. So 2 months, 2.5 months after release, roughly.
And what are they now?
Yeah. What do you think they're now?
I'm guessing they're all different prices. I feel like they're probably way cheaper now.
So Espeon is 8,500 in case it's a bit hard to see.
8,500.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And then
say
the Espeon. So this is real quick. This is Otachu, I believe, in Akihabara, and their number 2 here means they restocked it in February, or they stocked this card in February, which means very recent. And then these are Tokusa, so special price. So maybe these were not. Maybe there's like A- condition. These two, hard to say, but yeah, just as info.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm gonna say, I don't know. They're probably like 4,000 to 5,000 yen a piece, maybe a little bit more on the Espeon, but
Yeah, Card Rush screenshot yesterday. So the Vaporeon is 5.5, so quite a bit less. The Jolteon sold out, but about the same, 5,000, or exactly the same. And then the Espeon a little bit less, 6.8. How do you feel about these prices right now for these ungraded like this?
I feel like they're good prices. I feel like they could be cheaper also, though. I like how many they printed of these, because I think they're great cards, and maybe people that don't normally spend more on Pokemon can get them for a decent price.
Yeah,
they're not out of everybody's, like a lot of cards that come out now, or like we were just talking about the Charizard and stuff like that. It's so expensive, but for people that are more casual collectors, this is more of like they can maybe reason with this price and be like, okay, I can pick this up, or a set of these, over time, and that could be a good chase for them.
Yeah.
What do you think about the cards? Like me personally, I'm not a fan too much of them outside the Umbreon and the Sylveon, and maybe the Cake Eevee. I like that one.
I think they look nice. I think they're terrestrial, Terra Pokemon. Never been a big fan, but I think they look good in person. Like any Japanese card with texture just looks sick. Can't help myself. I do like the Espeon. The Sylveon is actually quite expensive. I think it's like 20,000 yen. And then the Umbreon
Yeah.
is whatever it is, 40, 30, 40, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, I like him, but I don't think they're incredible. Like, I think V-Star Universe as like a comparable set, like, high class set with, when I say R per box, is way better as a set.
Yeah, I wish I had you said V-Star Universe?
Yeah,
I wish I had some of that. I don't have any of it. I opened it all. It was so much fun.
it was a good time.
Yeah.
Here's some 151 Zapdos SAR. This I think was in Magi Poke Akihabara. That store doesn't exist anymore. I think they moved.
That's
but
a mouthful. What did you say? Maki Poki?
Magi Poke.
Oh, Magi Poke. Okay.
Yeah, there's like different Magis. I get confused. It's the same company, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 7,500 yen for the Zapdos SAR in February 25 this year.
And these are all pictures from the video footage?
These are all from that video. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. I want to say it went up. I want to say, 12,000.
12K.
Probably more. Yeah, 12K.
This is Card
15.8.
Rush. 16,000.
Yeah. That's
I don't know.
it's a great card.
It is a great card, but
There's a lot of them, right?
oh, and probably even more is still sealed.
Yeah. How much 151 do you have? Do you have sealed?
I have a few boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, not
Do
much.
any
How
of yours
about
have shrink? I don't have any with shrink because it
I have
was
a
a
few.
time where
Yeah,
they
I
were
got
cutting
some.
all the shrink off. I got them all from the
Uh,
Pokemon Center, but they're all
okay.
without shrink wrap.
No, I have sold most of my unsealed ones now. I think I have got one in Switzerland that I opened up that was unsealed for the flea market. So that one still has a bunch of packs in it. And I think the rest I might have one unsealed still here in Japan, but the other ones are sealed. I bought them online. I got one during the reprint sealed from I think it was Eon supermarket. So that was
Oh,
nice.
okay.
But yeah, I have a few boxes, not too much, but man, 150. I love 151 so much. It's such a good set, but it is a bit like tainted in that like so many people have it. Like
Yeah.
I don't
I think
know.
it'll always be popular though. Like it'll stand out.
Hmm.
With sports, I don't know how much you follow sports, but they talk about because those guys have had a longer history with the hobby. Their hobby's been around
Yeah.
much longer. They like maybe 5% of every card printed within a decade is only 5% of those cards actually hold value or go up in value over time. There might be like a
Interesting.
handful of players that are actually worth something. So I'm wondering if when Pokemon gets, you know, 30 more years in its history, if we go out that far, will we look back at Scarlet and Violet and only be looking at because we'll have so much more 30 years of more sets. There's just so much to look at, and you'll have to find the ones that really stand out. Like 151 I think will be one of those. I'm wondering if we'll have a similar kind of path or if it'll be its own thing and everything will be, or more, will be worth a lot in the future. But
Yeah, I agree. I think 151 will be one that stands out, and it will be more and more difficult for sets to stand out as time goes by. 100%. But there's a good point here. Got that one for like 30-ish euros in France not so long ago. 151 is getting more and more expensive. Dude, I'm telling you, like some of this stuff, you can probably find for much less than the Japanese prices right now in Europe, for example. I'm convinced you can.
I wonder why that
Yeah.
is.
It's I have this theory. It's mainly with the sealed stuff, but I think it applies to the singles as well to some extent. But Japanese used to be super niche, right, back in the day. Like you had to be an uber nerd in a very positive way, but you had to be an uber nerd to be collecting
The
Japanese
nerd
stuff
of
in, I don't know,
nerds.
2018, 2019. Yeah, Earn collects Mega Nerd, opening crazy amounts of Dream League, right?
Yeah.
but no, like I mean that in a very positive way, obviously.
Yeah.
Whereas nowadays, Japanese is all like super mainstream, but
Mhm.
it's super mainstream for the most recent stuff, and it doesn't last all that long. So I get this is a bit of anecdotal experience from Switzerland, which is a very small market, all things considered, right? So maybe it doesn't apply as much to the U.S. market, but it's basically impossible to sell Japanese boxes that are a little bit older. Like on like just an online market at market price, it's almost impossible because there's just nobody interested.
Because the
The
English is
newest,
out and they're ready to get the English.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and Japanese is interesting to most people in the West. I feel like when it's new, brand new, before the English set comes out, when the grading plays are still kind of a thing. But yeah, like I'm trying to think of an example right now. But even when I was there in summer this year, even Heatwave, like when I went to the flea market, I had a bunch of boxes, all the most recent sets, selling loose packs, and they sell typically pretty well. But I don't think I sold a single Heatwave pack. Like I don't think there's anyone in Switzerland who cares about Heatwave Arena at the moment. Like
It's
I'm
interesting.
exaggerating. I'm sure there are people, but and that's a great
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
part of Destined Rivals. It's a great set.
yeah.
It's the other half of Destined Rivals, and I think because I don't know, somebody was saying that it's actually doing like better than, I can't remember what set they compared it to, but they were just saying
Maybe it
that
was
it's
me. Better than
oh,
Glory of
maybe.
Team Rocket.
Yeah, was it you? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I
Yeah,
was gonna say Gloria Team Rocket. The price wise, it was doing better. I don't know if it still is, but
in Japan on Sneaker Dunk as of yesterday, Heatwave was about 1,000 yen more than Team Rocket.
that's
Um,
crazy. And that
but then,
surprised me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
But
is a
then
good
like
set.
it is a great set. But I think it's mainly because Rocket was printed more as of right now, potentially. But then you have certain card stores like PDG who sell to a lot of foreign customers, tourists. They'll pay you more for the Rocket Box and Heatwave if you sell to them, for example. Uh,
Yeah, Rocket's got a really strong set identity too. I mean, you put
so
the
good.
Rocket name on it, so people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna, yeah, Rocket." Uh,
Japanese set identity is almost always on point. Yeah.
yeah, it's so true. I got my, I think I have one more Team Rocket case coming in the mail, but I'm up to 10 Team Rocket briefcases right now.
Where do you store those? They're
They're behind
huge.
my, there's like a
I
table
got
on the back
one.
where I have all my boxes and my shipping. Storage is a little bit more difficult than I thought, but I have space. But I don't
Damn.
know how long I want to keep them here because they do take up quite a bit of room. I have my one that
That's cool though. They're
back
awesome. I
there,
like that.
and remember on the Pokemon Center when they had these, they showed all the accessories inside and
Wait,
stuff, but
which
that's
one?
not.
Which one? Oh, the box. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but they showed this box on the
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Center, and they had all the accessories, the Team Rocket accessories in there. But then you buy the box, and you don't get all those accessories with it. You just
Yeah.
get the the set box, the Glory to
Right.
Team Rocket box inside. But I went and bought all the accessories and put them in there, so it's like a complete box now. I took out the Team Rocket Glory Team Rocket box, but it has like it was in the picture on the Pokemon Center. So
That's really cool.
yeah,
That's actually a really cool idea. It's a shame they didn't ship it with all that stuff in there.
yeah, I think it would have made it a little bit better, but maybe that's too
There's
much
some
to do. I don't know.
interesting comments here. Tag Team GX is quite expensive in Europe. Best of XY as well. You know what's interesting is that I think you'd be surprised. I mean, I don't know the current prices in Europe, and it depends on which country you're talking about as well, I think. But I would, without knowing the prices right now, I would bet money on that box being more expensive in Japan at the moment. Of course, it's an expensive box, so it's going to be expensive in Europe as well. Or like, for example, when I bought my GX Ultra Shiny box for my Seal collection, I bought it after I sold some slabs to stores. There's a video of that on my channel, but when I bought it, I was like, I wonder what this costs in Europe. And I found a store in Austria that sold it for like half the price of what I purchased it for in Japan. Now I bought it in Japan because that's where I live, and I know which stores I can trust over here. But still, like some of this stuff is just way cheaper in Europe. You'd be surprised. But yeah, Best of XY has gone crazy in Japanese as well. The box climbed from like 350,000 to like 1 million yen now. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shuck found a new home for lives. I don't know what she was meant by that, but
she's Katie. I think Katie Jade. She's in disguise right now. Gym leader Ducky. She used to watch when we had Beyond the Binder podcast. She was always in there.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
So, but we stopped doing that podcast a while back. So
Okay. Well,
yeah.
thanks for hopping in. Yeah. Okay, I think we got a couple more of these price comparisons, not too many. So
Oh,
here's a
do
bit
we?
of an
Okay.
odd. Here's a bit of an oddball. Oh wait, I gotta share the screen again. Sorry. We got the gold Ultra Zapdos Articuno GX from Tag All Stars. I believe this is a Japanese and Chinese exclusive. Like, this card does not exist in English, as far as I know. Please chat, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then my whole identity is going to be broken. But
And
because
you
I purchased one
canceled,
for the I
shut down
purchased
the
one for the
YouTube.
binder. I purchased one for the binder, assuming it's exclusive. I don't know. So PSA 10, 18,000 yen. How much do you think it's worth now, or selling for now?
I have no clue on this card. I know I've been saying that, but 69.
69.
Yeah, 69,000.
Good number. 30,
Okay.
34. So this one you're a bit off,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
still,
I have no idea.
significantly more. Yeah. This is
Yeah, that
about
is very significant. Yeah.
yeah. This is roughly a little bit more than the raw price now for a condition A carb copy. Yeah, within 9 months, nuts.
Yeah, the market has just been
But I
it's
wanted
gone
to show
crazy.
cards like this as well because I was just scrolling through the video and picked some interesting stuff. But I felt like, these cards don't get attention typically on YouTube, and a lot of people have no clue what's happening with the prices in Japan, except for the most recent sets, the most recent cards, etc. So I think it's always interesting to highlight some of these older, slightly more niche cards.
It's kind of like a gold card too. I don't know if people consider this a gold card or not, but I wonder
Oh,
what the
definitely.
timeline is on these prices and when it got to this 34,000 yen. If it was recently with the hype in gold cards being, higher, or if it was over time with everything else.
They were about half the price a year ago, but they were way more expensive in 23 during that boom. So they're sort of in this weird middle spot right now. But they're the gold cards from Tag All Stars. There's a few of them.
Mm.
Yeah, I think they're cool. They have incredible texture as always. It never shows in the pictures really well, but they have a really nice texture.
Yeah, I think did you make another video on that where you talked about
Thank you,
that?
Aaron. Thank you. I felt like I'm the only guy who feels this way.
I don't know if we could listen to Ern's advice. He bought break cards. He bought a bunch of break cards to collect. What was
And
it?
didn't he
A
buy what
card
is it?
party?
What is it? Is it the Champions Path Charizard promo? Is it Champions Path? Like I saw
I
him
don't.
share a story where he had like 50 copies or something.
I don't know.
That used to be the most graded card of all time, I think. So
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
that's pretty dusted. But hey, I get it. I get it. It's older now, so it's a lot more interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a niche, and it's unique. It's definitely unique. It's something that they don't do anymore, and it stands out when you look back. I
I
appreciate
appreciate all
cards.
cards, break or not. There's some nice break cards. There's a cool Crobat Gym promo break card in Japanese. That's pretty neat. I like that one.
Yeah, I actually have a bunch of break cards. I have a bunch of those XY. Is XY right?
Yeah.
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 In a
But
binder.
this is I showed this binder page on Henry's channel as well. But these are the gold exclusive
Oh
from Tag
yeah.
All
Oh, that
Stars.
Mewtwo looks sick. That Mewtwo is really good.
The Mewtwo is incredible.
I think I like if
Doesn't
they did
exist in
all those
English.
if
Huh?
they did all those cards with like single Pokemon with that silhouette kind of style. It's too hard for me to pick out Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos in that one card, like visually.
Oh, yeah.
It just seems like it's kind of noisy and it's hard for me to like I can see him, but it takes me a minute. The Mewtwo is
Hmm.
really good because it stands out. It's like the contrast of just having that single Pokemon silhouetted on the gold looks really good.
Well, that's the thing. It's a GX, right? Tag team. So it's Mewtwo and
Yeah.
Mew.
Oh, is there Mew in there?
Yeah. I'll show you.
Okay, I didn't notice the Mew.
This is like such a good card. Wait, how do I? There we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's so much more clean to me than the
And
other one. It's
yeah, and it's a little difficult with the lighting, but they just have such good texture. It's not really gonna show.
oh yeah. No, I think yeah, I'd seen a video or maybe it was on Henry's channel when you were showing them off that I didn't
Yeah.
realize these cards were textured at all. I don't think I've ever seen one in person really.
That's the thing. They suffer from bad online pictures. It's a shame. I think the ones they printed in English, the Pika Zekrom and the Reshiram Charizard gold cards. So those were in Tag All Stars as well, but they printed those as promos in English. And I actually think those might be flat gold cards, like no texture.
Okay,
Potentially. Please, people correct me if I'm wrong.
potentially.
But yeah, I just the reason why I picked these up recently is because I think as time goes by, I think more and more cards being not in English, like Japanese exclusive, or I guess Chinese, they have them now as well. But I
Chinese
think
killing it.
that is such a big deal these days. A card not existing in English is like massive to me.
Yeah.
Ern.
Um,
Is it that bad, Ern? Yeah.
yeah,
But
I
like,
think
yeah,
the
those.
exclusive things are really, really cool. China's killing it right now. It used to be Japan that was like known for the Japanese exclusives, and English would be like, why don't we get those? Sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't. I think there was a period right before China started getting really heavy with their exclusives that English started getting more and more, and it became less of Japan always gets these. But um, yeah,
Yeah. And there's still, I mean, there's still, if you like the Japanese exclusives, if it's not a Pikachu promo, you can probably still find it for a good deal somewhere, especially outside of Japan. Like, I bet you all of these cards, they're going to be cheaper outside of Japan. Like, at a card
yeah,
show, you could probably find it from a vendor who can't sell it to anyone, so he'll give you a good deal, I'm sure. Like, stuff like that. Yeah, the textures on the Japanese GXs is crazy. Yeah, so I picked them up because, again, like, I think these being non-existent in English is a huge deal these days. It's getting more and more of a bigger deal as time goes by, in my opinion. And seeing people pay so much more for the new gold cards. So not even the Charizard, but the Lucario and the Gardevoir gold cards. When I bought the Mewtwo
yeah,
and Mew GX, I bought it in like early October-ish. People were paying twice as much for the Lucario. And Lucario is going to exist in every language. It's a brand new card. It's like, to me, it's just like, I get Mewtwo and Mew and like card that doesn't exist in English and is from 2019 and it's half the price. So yeah, that's why I was like, I'll buy it. Yeah.
yeah. I love when you can find those things and reasons where it's like in my mind or like our minds when we think about those things, it's like, oh, this is such an obvious like, okay, I can justify this price point, and it makes sense that that this would be a better purchaser is worth that to me. But I need to go through that like mental gymnastic or game of like asking myself why and have to really think about it sometimes. And it helps though to know those things.
Well, I think a lot of this stuff also only makes sense if you approach it like from a collector's perspective. So like these gold cards, if my goal was to flip these, probably not a great idea. Unless
Yeah.
they're gradable. If I can grade them into 10, sure. But if you buy these from card stores these days, you're gonna get not get a well-centered card most likely, and even A condition can be rough sometimes. So like, and on Medicati, clean condition, good pictures,
Oh
they
man,
just don't really exist
it's
anymore.
rough.
Like so, yeah, it's rough. It's rough. So like as a collector, to me, like these thoughts when I come up with these reasons why something makes sense as a collector, it's very easy to make that decision. But if I wanted to sell these cards, I don't think I would have bought them. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
potentially. Here's another interesting one. Oh, I keep forgetting to share the screen. Sorry. Mortis Conviction. Is it Conviction in English?
I'm
Four
not sure.
thousand yen. 4,000 yen for the SAR of Morty with Gengar.
Um, I don't know. Double it. 9,000, 8,000.
Yeah, Gengar craze at the moment, right? So
Yeah.
this is February, and now it's going for 6,000. So not too bad.
Oh,
50%
okay.
more. 50%
Not as
more.
bad as I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a nice card. I think
Yeah.
it's one I'll eventually pick up if it comes back down a little bit. I don't want to pay 6,000 yen for it. I don't know.
I have a Gengar card that I want to show. Um,
Ooh,
it is a Top Sun Blueback Gengar in a PSA 10.
damn.
It's like Pop 27, I think.
Oh my
I,
god.
I bought this card for like $30 when I got back and graded it, and two sold. The last two I seen sell were like 2,500. PSA has one consigned for like 45,000 right now. I don't know who
Oh
thinks they're
my
gonna get
god.
45,000, but I'm praying that it sells. I'm
Yeah,
praying
of
that the
course, of
thing
course.
sells, and I'll list
And,
mine for 30 or what do you
and
know,
you can
something a bit lower.
and you can buy some of those V-Star Universe boxes.
Yeah, right.
Dude, that's sick though. That's such a cool card in a 10.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I got a
Are
few
those
that I
the
bought
ones that
back in the
came in
day.
the gum pack?
Yeah, the Top Sun gum packs from 90. They used to think 95, but then they kind of had some evidence saying 97.
Did
People
you
dug up
see
some stuff.
PokeRep's video a while ago where he opened the whole box and then
Oh
he
yeah,
graded them and they like all got fives and sixes?
yeah. It was rough because you see him
Oh,
open the box, but those cards are so hard
oh,
because the gum sits against them for so long, so they get like an
yeah.
indent that's hard to see sometimes. But I actually had an idea for a video, and I was gonna message Axie, who is his editor, that I had contact with, to see if I could buy those if PokeRev still had those, and I would
Oh,
try and buy them off and like send them to PSA, like crack them all and regrade them to see,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
title like the video like I cracked PokeRev's cards to regrade or something. But
That'd be cool.
I never tried it. I don't
Yeah,
know if
that'd be
he
cool.
still has them or not, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
just remember that video. I wonder what he did with those. Yeah, but that I remember that video. I was like, oh man,
probably sold them to somebody, I'm
that was
guessing.
rough. But we got a question earlier that I didn't want to forget here. What's peak Japanese textures in your mind? Modern texture beaten the peak of black and white X and Y SR. In my opinion, no. I think if you just look at the texture, I still think black and white is better. Black and white full art textures are crazy. Some of those textures, it's like sandpaper. It's that like deep. It's nuts.
Mm.
But then if you combine it with the artwork and how like refined it is in certain places, you can make an argument that modern has beaten those. But I have a thing for those old full arts. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if I am probably the right person to ask because I don't think I've held too many black and white or XY cards with texture like that to know and compare them even.
I think it's a what's the poke? Is it Heatran? Is it Heatran EX maybe that has like the most insane texture ever? Like it is like
Oh, really?
sandpaper almost. Yeah, yeah. It's one of the cheaper ones too, so
It's
it's
printed
nice.
on sandpaper.
It feels like it. Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, Japanese texture is great. We all love it. We all love it. Okay, I think we're almost done here, but here's another bit of an oddball. So again, this was February, 70,000 yen for a PSA 10 Awakening Psychic King First Edition Alakazam EX. PSA 10.
This has got to be a lot more. It might. I know what this card is. I don't shop for it ever, so I have no idea. There's an Umbreon in it. It's a sick Alakazam card
And a
with the
Lugia.
Umbreon in it, and there's a in the background.
Yep.
Oh man,
It's an insane trio on one card. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna probably be way over. I'm gonna say 400,000. It's probably way over. Oh yeah,
125.
I'm way over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this actually in this market right now, one of the few X and Y and older 10s that I think is still like okay priced. It feels expensive because I remember how
Yeah.
much cheaper this was a couple of years ago, obviously, but compared to all this other stuff that's happening right now,
Oh yeah.
I think this still makes sense to some extent. Like considering the
Yeah, for sure.
Charizard, Mega Charizard EX SCR in a 10 is going for like 105, 110 right now from
Yeah, I'd
card
rather have
stores.
this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that makes the like kind of going back to what you were saying of how you like talk about different things like the cards from older cards. You can like say, oh, this is this and this is more exclusive. But when I compare like older cards like this to newer card prices, and I'm like, oh, this is easy. I would pick up this 2016 Alakazam with the
Mm,
Umbreon and Lugia in it. It's just
mm,
like an easy decision if I had to pick between the two.
mm. Yeah, right. It's a great card. Here's a good question from Ern. Would you guys ever consider middlemaning selling Japanese boxes to stores? None of the stuff I have moves here. That's what I was talking about, man. If this Japanese stuff gets a little bit older, people don't want it anymore in the West. And I can't believe it because if you're a Japanese collector outside of Japan, you can get some really good deals. So much of this stuff is just way cheaper. Sometimes half, like 50% off. Sometimes some of these boxes, it's nuts. Ask Ern. He might sell you some.
That's funny.
Yeah. What do you think about the question though?
Uh,
Should,
it, about Ern's question.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just interesting. It's funny that it's like it's a joke, but it's just backwards. It's like the box came from Japan going to the States, and now it's going back to Japan because it's not
Yeah.
worth the sale in America. But
Yeah,
It's
like I'm
funny.
sure he's
I don't know.
joking, but it is nuts because you could make it work probably for some
Yeah,
of these
for sure.
boxes. I have a picture afterwards I can throw up. I'll try and upload a different one we can see a little bit better. But some of the box prices right now that stores are buying boxes for gives you a bit of an idea. But if Earl, if you're still watching, I wanted to ask you, if I'm not asking too much, but where was it? How many of these do you still have?
He said this is not a joke.
It's not a joke. Okay, understood. Yeah, I remember he bought a bunch of these Pikas a while ago, earlier this year, I think. It was definitely a good,
Oh,
definitely a
he
good
probably did
call.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a cool card. Um, oh, second to last.
Ooh.
This is second to last. Stamp box sealed in a card store in February for 83,000 yen.
160. Oh wow.
220 ish. So this is not sold. This is listed, but they're selling for about this much on Sneaker Dunk. 220.
I used to have one of these. What was this at like when they came out? Like 5,000 yen?
Something like that. And then they were like
Yeah.
12, 14, 20, 21, 40, 48, and then they just blew up.
Yeah, they were like a $30 box, $30 USD box or whatever. And I remember it jumped to, I don't remember how long it was after it released, but I had one and then I sold it for 500 bucks. And I was like, oh, I made a killing. And then I'm looking back and I'm like, ah,
It's a cool box, beautiful cards. This is one of the few that I missed out on where I'm like, damn, I actually regret not buying this. Like, I actually purchased one of Medicati when it was 44, 40-ish, 42 maybe,
oh, okay.
and the seller canceled on me.
No.
I think it was because it was a scammer.
Okay.
It was around the time when you had insane PSA 10 premiums compared to the sealed packs or the sealed boxes, and a
Yeah.
bunch of people were buying them sealed at that time. And I think it was around when Dan Catch 'em All Collectibles was buying a bunch of these, and he said in a stream at one point he got so many just empty boxes. And I think because I was buying from a Japanese account on Medicati, they didn't want to ship me an empty box, so they just canceled on me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Um, but yeah, that's an interesting one. And then the last picture I wanted to show from that video. This is Pokemon Center. I think Sunshine City, Ikebukuro. All these packs were available with a 5 box per person limit. Even Shiny Treasure X is there. Of course, Violet X is there. Paradise Dragona is there. Yeah, interesting, right?
It looks nothing like that over. I don't know how your guys' Pokemon centers look now, but these would all be red X'd out saying sold out.
Yeah.
Over here, at least at ours, none of this stuff's available. And if it is, it's not 5 boxes. That's for sure.
Yeah. Of course, all of these boxes would have been sold to you unsealed, something to keep in mind. But, they had a lot. And this isn't that long ago, February, right? I think they still have, right now, Cyber Judge is still in stock with most Pokemon centers. I think Mask of Change, Stellar Miracle in some places. Maybe Future Flash, Snow Hazard. Some of these, less popular sets, you can still get them with like 5 box limits still. But yeah,
Oh, really?
this was just
Okay.
yeah in some stores, yeah. Or they now they don't say 5 boxes, say 130 packs. So maybe they don't give you the box. You might be right.
Okay.
But yeah, there you go. That's interesting.
What a time.
Ern is saying, just traded my last one, so I guess the Pikachu M level X into a Crystal Nidoking. Damn. That's pretty
Ooh.
nice. That was worth it. For Ern's Nidoking. Is it Nidoking and Nidoqueen? But yeah, the Nido collection. So that's pretty sick. Yeah. But
Was
this,
that the last one or?
this was the last one for this
Oh,
little
okay.
slide presentation.
Yeah, that was fun. That's eye-opening to look back. I'm terrible with like price memory, so to go back and see these prices from when we talked in February to now, that it kind of just paints a picture of the growth that we've seen recently. And it'll be interesting to see too, like if we do this again, later, to bring up both of those and see where they're at, even in another 6 months.
Yeah, I'll keep these slides saved up, and then we can revisit it and look at these cards again in the future. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool. If whether it's up or down, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, and like a lot of the cards I showed here went up. There's a couple that I think went down that I showed, but this is not representative of like all Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
not
for
even
sure.
all of the ones in the video. I just picked a few that were interesting. So I'm sure there's other stuff that has gone down since then, but yeah, this is definitely interesting to see sometimes. And
One
February is
thing,
weird. Like February feels both like very very recently, but also like ages ago at the same time somehow. I don't know. It's weird this year.
yeah, it does. It's weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does feel like a long time ago, even though if you're looking on a calendar, you're like, oh, it's in the grand scheme of things, that's not that long ago. But a lot has happened for sure since then, and
So
it's like
much.
completely different. Yeah.
And if you think about that, we were talking about at the time we were talking about like is the market booming? Are we
Hmm.
going to boom? And goddamn, we sure did.
What are our predictions for next time in 6 months after the? I guess maybe I don't know. What's a good timeline to predict out to after the
6
30th
months.
or
6 months isn't bad. Man, so much can happen during this time. We get some.
have you seen like the leaked the supposed or rumored set names for like there's supposed to be like a ruby and sapphire set coming out and stuff like that, and then a bunch of other
Yeah,
stuff in between that's mega sets.
that sounds pretty sick. We'll see how well like if will that be very popular or will it go down the black and white route, black bolt white flare route? Because like Ruby and Sapphire, I think is definitely more popular than black and white Gen 5, but it could go down that same route where it just isn't mainstream enough. I don't know.
Yeah, Gen 3 though, Ruby Sapphire is Gen 3, right?
Yeah, it's way more popular, but
Yeah.
I feel like anything
But
that
it,
isn't Gen 1 and Gen 2 doesn't have that. It doesn't stick as much. Or I guess Gen 2 is hard to say because I haven't really gotten many Gen
yeah,
2 stuff, but
I think it'll definitely do better than black and white probably, but
yeah, I'd
it'll be
have to
cool to
agree
see
there.
another set
Yeah.
like that where the you have the ruby box and the sapphire box, and yeah, it'll be fun. I don't know what my predictions are for the next year.
I think that Japanese is going to stay hot with new sets coming out. I think you'll find some great deals on slightly older sets over the next 6 months that people forget about. Things like maybe Mega Brave, Mega Symphonia, Black White, stuff like that. Keep an eye on that. I'm sure some of that stuff will still get reprinted. Uh, yeah,
I could see Japanese maybe being more steady. Like we kind of talked about this earlier, but I think maybe it'll be more steady than the English market in the next year.
yeah.
I
There
feel
is
like the
some
English market's
connection though.
super
I feel like
volatile.
like
There
the
is.
Japanese market it's cooling off right now, just like the English market. Like a lot of boxes have stopped going up. They've been going up for
Mm.
the past 6 to 9 months, 10 months ish, and they've either stopped going up or started going down a little bit again. Like some of these slightly older boxes, things like EV Heroes, for example. Right.
Oh, has it gone down a bit?
I think so, or at least like kind of evened
Oh,
out.
flat now.
Yeah. So speaking of the box prices, so I hope this is big enough for people to see. It's a little bit small. This is
Rip to
what
mobile
I
users.
we'll say some of these out loud, but this is the Kaitori Hyo from PDG, I believe in is this Akihabara or Sendai? I'm not 100% sure, but it's a PDG store in Tokyo or Sendai. And this is their buy list for booster boxes. So this is what they will pay you. Also, a bit related to what Ern was asking earlier. Would it
Yeah.
make sense to have a consignment service bringing Japanese stuff over here? And some of the ones I think I wanted to highlight a bit is, 25th anniversary. They'll buy it for 34,000 yen. Despite that box, there's really not much in that box, but it's gone kind of crazy. How do you feel about that box?
Sorry, which box again? I was distracted.
20.
Shovels is
It's
here.
okay. 25th anniversary.
I'm trying to find it on this list. It's hard for me
Oh,
to
bottom
see.
right, bottom right, bottom right, bottom
Okay.
right.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a little small, yeah.
The 34,000.
Yeah, 25th anniversary collection. That really only has the gold Mew. That's it, and some cool reverses. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a price that I wouldn't buy it at. Maybe too much for
hmm
me. I mean, it's the 25th anniversary, but I don't really have an interest in like personal interest in buying that box.
hmm
What about you? Think it's
I,
undervalued?
I can't believe it's 34,000 yen.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Like
I don't.
it's a very cool box. It's just like this is a box that it doesn't matter what's inside. It has a big old Pikachu and 25th anniversary stamp on the front. Like for a collection, it's cool to have. But 34 seems kind of nuts.
Yeah, I don't really have an interest in the set, so I probably wouldn't be a buyer at that price. But
Yeah.
somebody, That's just the buy list for the store too. That's not even the
Right.
selling price, right?
Exactly. That's what they're buying it. Now, for PDG, they don't have like the biggest margins on these boxes. Not really. So they're not selling it for that much more, but still.
Yeah.
This is always interesting to me. Blue Sky Stream 120, EV Hero 77. So massive
Oh yeah.
difference. Massive difference. And then, well, Skyscraping Perfection 13. So the
Where
sad
is it? I can't see your
last
mouse. I don't
third
think
of.
your mouse is on screen, so I'm like
Oh,
trying to
sorry about
find where
that.
it is.
It's like middle row ish.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You can
Oh,
full
okay,
screen.
yeah.
You can full
Yeah, I
full
see
screen the
it.
studio on your desktop as well. But yeah, those three sets making up
Okay, there
Evolving
we go.
Skies, Blue Sky Streams massively outselling EV Heroes, and Skyscraping Perfection is just a very sad set.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
And the 151 at 30,000 now.
Yep. And
Worth how much there
interestingly,
is out there?
yeah, Lost Abyss 33. So Lost Abyss selling for going for a bit more. It's interesting as well.
Did you get any of that reprint, that random reprint at the end of the era that they did for those three sets? Incandescent Arcana, Paradigm
Just a
Trigger,
couple
and
boxes. Yeah.
I didn't get any Lost Abyss. I got both the other ones, but not Lost Abyss. It was
Yeah.
not even
I
in the
just got
stores that I
lucky with
saw.
some stores. Yeah.
But
How do you feel about 151 for 30?
long term, it's probably a great price to buy for now. But I don't know if I'm gonna pick up anymore. I bought all my stuff that I have at MSRP, and I'm happy just holding that. I mean, there's so much of it. Like if you're buying it to hold the box and have that in your collection, sure, you could go ahead and buy that now. But if you're just buying singles, like don't buy the box.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just trying to collect the singles. What about you?
It's a hard one. Like, I'm not a buyer anymore at 30, but I can see it. I can see why people would.
Yeah.
It's that good, but there is a lot of it sealed out there. It's like one of the few boxes that even people who don't care about Japanese have sealed. So,
It's a great display box for sure.
oh, it's beautiful. Here's another random question. Forget about Scarlet and Violet in this picture. Pick anything, that's older than that you would want to rip for this price, for the current price.
Anything on the list?
Anything on the list that's Sword and Shield or older. I guess it's Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon at this point, but no Scarlet and Violet boxes.
Tag Team GX.
Would you pay 110,000? Or again, this is what the stores are paying. I think they're selling it for about 120, 25, 30 maybe. Would you pay that much to rip a box?
If I had a big channel, sure, but for content,
Okay.
I don't know. I always at that price, I'm looking at what else I could buy. Like what kind of card I can get to add to the collection instead of gambling on a box.
Yeah, but I think it's not a bad choice because it's obviously very expensive, but you could pull some incredible cards.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. What about you?
I mean, the easy answer would be like VMAX Climax for 18,000 yen.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of hidden at the bottom. I feel like that's like the easy answer because it's like, I don't know, doesn't feel too bad, but the one I would love to rip, it's going to be the tag team stuff, obviously. But yeah, VMAX Climax also starting to pull away now from V-Star Universe and the other high class sets. It's starting to get a bit of a premium. But yeah. So maybe last topic for today's Shug. I wanted to ask you about the upcoming release of Mega Dream. This is an interesting one. Pokemon Go is 9,500. That's what the stores are paying.
Really
So,
quickly,
yes.
can I step away for 1 sec? I know this is
Of
probably
course,
the worst time
yeah.
to step away.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's
Sorry,
totally okay.
1 sec.
I'll talk with chat. Yep, they're paying 9,000 yen for Pokemon Go right now, which I also think is pretty nuts. But I've always been a Pokemon Go fan. Like I've always thought it was one of the most fun opening experiences you could have because it has some really nice artwork, lots full of popular Pokemon. But yeah, it feels kind of nuts. I would agree there, but it's this market right now. Is Blue Sky expensive because Ray is popular in Japan, or just because print run was smaller? I think it's a print run primarily. Ray is popular, but I don't think it's more popular than Umbreon. in this like VMAX all dart form. Like, it's hard to say. If it is, not by much. I think it's the print run. I think that's primarily it. Also, if you look at the PSA populations, like it's significantly lower last time I checked. I hope I'm not mistaken there, but I think that's the main reason. It's got that scarcity premium going for it.
Can you hear my kids screaming in the background?
No, it's fine.
You can't hear them?
A little bit just before, a little bit earlier, but it's no problem. It's all good.
Sorry,
man.
they're running around.
It's totally okay.
All right. Sorry, I heard a little bit. I think I heard, the Sky Stream was. I heard it was like a smaller print run, is what I heard. But
yeah, I think it never got reprinted, like officially.
Mm.
And then EV Heroes a year later got a Pokemon Center Lottery reprint.
Yeah. What's the other
22.
set too that makes up Evolving Skies? There's one more.
That's
right?
the towering or skyscraping perfection. The Duraludon.
Okay.
That's a really just poor set. Still dirty cheap. But I wanted to ask you about going into this Mega Dream release next week. Did you enter some lotteries? How did you manage that? Or how did you approach that?
Yeah. So I have my wife enter, I enter, and then all of her family enters. And I think we won one box out of everybody.
Damn. I heard
Yeah,
online
so
that the win rates were actually pretty good, like 70% or something, 75% on Twitter.
I heard the
people said.
opposite. I heard
Really?
it was like 16 or 20%.
No way. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else, but I swear that's what I heard. And
Well,
that's what I
I
was
have
matching up with mine, but I was like, oh, that makes sense now. But so we got that one box, and then I entered in like a couple like Gaos, like their
Geo,
lotteries
yeah.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they just, I don't know if you saw, but I think yesterday or something, they reopened the lottery again. So for anybody that didn't win, they could re-enter. So I have to enter on those because I think the 25th is the last day. But did you
Yep.
win, you said?
I entered on my one account. I think I'm one of the few people left who only has one account. Oh, I had a kind of a heated discussion about that with some people in another Discord. It was funny, but that might be a topic for a future video. But no, I lost the first round, and I entered for the second one, and then I entered for the local like supermarket here. I don't know. Do you know Heiwado?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like a supermarket that has a toy section.
Okay.
They, like on there, I use their app when I go shop in the supermarket anyway, so I could just enter the lottery there. But I wanted to like throw this up on the screen as well. This is also from Japanese Twitter. People are sharing like the lottery calendars. So it's not so important what's written. It's just all the different lotteries that people have listed at different stores like Amazon, Pokemon Center, Toys R Us, Eon, Geo, right? And then they have the entry period, when the results are announced, etc. And I think it's interesting that people are, doing this to like enter in all these different places. And I don't know, have you ever done anything like that? It's too much, right?
No, yeah, I've seen. I have several Japanese accounts I follow on Twitter, and this is kind of what they put. I've never seen it like this laid out in a chart, but they'll notify like, "Hey, this store's lottery started today," or "This store's lotteries was announced this day." And I'm like, I do my local Geo because it's close, and then I do the online lottery at the Pokemon Center. And I do have my wife's family to enter in for me too, but yeah, I can't be bothered to enter into all these different places and then keep up. It's just too much work.
Yeah, and I did it for 151. Back then I was like, I gotta enter as many as I can.
Yeah.
And I entered, I think 12, I think it was 12 lotteries in total, and I won the Pokemon Center one and nothing else. And then I was like, yeah, this isn't worth it. I'm done with that.
Yeah,
and,
especially if you did all that work and then you lose.
And they're so like toxic to these lotteries. They're like, oh, you gotta download our app, you gotta subscribe to our newsletter, you gotta turn on notifications, right? And then for a lot of them, you have to have a purchase history, which is understandable. I get it, but like a lot of these lotteries are just such a pain in the ass. So I stopped doing it, and I just now do just like you do the Pokemon Center and then the local store that's nearby. That's like, yeah, there's a Geo here, but I haven't quite figured out how to like do the Geo stuff because you need like a card and an app, or I'm not sure. But
yeah, I don't know if I think the card I have is digitally like on the app, if I'm not mistaken. And
okay.
Again, I have my secret weapon. My wife is Japanese and she just does it all for me, so it's easy for her to read and be like, oh, okay, download this, and we did it in store in like a minute. But once you have
Mm-hmm.
that app, you just, it'll notify you if you win. You can enter the lotteries through it. And then
Okay.
that I found I have better luck actually with those lotteries than doing the online Pokemon Center. I win usually every time we enter on the Geo app. I win a
Okay.
box. So
Oh, that's cool.
pretty good, yeah, hit rate there. And I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
kind of
that's maybe
have
just because I live in like a more, less populated area maybe, but
probably.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of hopeful for the supermarket one here. They actually recently started writing down, if you buy booster packs from them, they started writing down your ID number, like from the app, the customer ID number on a
Oh,
piece of
okay.
paper. So you can only buy once per day. It's like, okay, sure, no problem, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, maybe some people are cheating it, but when you go and you buy something, you can see how many numbers they've written down. And I was like, oh, that's actually not that many. It was like
Oh,
15
really?
people that bought packs
Oh,
yesterday. Okay, cool. So I'm hopeful that I can win a box there. I don't know.
that's
Uh,
I don't know if they ever did this at your guys' Pokemon Center or anywhere around where you are, but the Pokemon Center here was saying, the box limit per day, and they were having somebody with a black light looking at your forearm for a
Oh,
stamp, and the black light ink stamp, they would stamp you to be like, hey, you bought yours for the day. And that way they could check. Obviously, you could go probably wash it off pretty easily or take an alcohol pad and do it, but it's
they,
just funny the points, the lengths we go to.
they had to do that because a lot of the scalper groups started doing circling back and just changing clothes, right?
Yeah.
So silly stuff. And then some of the stores, I think we talked about this last time at some point, but they'll cut off the corner of the pack. Um, Also, I've heard in Big Kamera where they'll ask you a question,
Like a
like,
Pokemon question.
yeah, like which Pokemon is this on the booster pack?
Oh,
And
wow.
then if you don't know, they will not sell it to you.
That's funny. I would be wrecked.
Well, I'm sure
Like
you
these
can say it
newer
in English, but
Pokemon.
it's just some of the
No, I'm
scalper
just
groups.
saying the newer Pokemon.
Oh, the
I
newer
wouldn't have any
one.
clue if
Yeah,
they were on. Maybe. I mean, most of
that's
the pack
true.
art Pokemon I'm probably familiar
That's
with,
true.
but I
Or
gotta
like they'll ask
study
you
up.
like maybe sometime I think they've asked people for like which card are you hoping to pull and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
because a lot of the
That's
scalper
interesting.
groups are sending people that had know nothing about Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it's funny. It's crazy, crazy, crazy,
Inept.
crazy.
Earlier he said, "Bro, lotteries would stress me out. I can barely handle online queues at random
Oh,
times." Um, I
where's
actually
that?
think the
Oh,
U.S. It's 012. Yeah, I think the U.S. should, or you know, the West should do that with their online Pokemon Center because it seems like bots are an issue and queues take forever. We still have our queues, but you have a time limit. That's like right if you try to queue in or enter the lottery right when it starts at the Pokemon Center. But I think it makes it eat less stress for me because I enter and I don't have to wait. I can, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Moving
yeah, and
on.
you get like a couple days to enter. Like you don't need to be at your computer at
Yeah.
a certain time. I prefer a market where we do not need lotteries, clearly, but in a market like this, they are a necessary evil. They're not fun to lose. Losing a lottery is never fun, but I prefer lotteries over 6, 7 hour long queues to maybe pre-order a box. Right? This is much better. And
You
again,
don't need
like
Poke
Chuck
Notify.
said, yeah, like Chuck said, it's just a lot less stressful. But yeah, of course, I wish we didn't need lotteries. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Tyler one said too many sneaker bots so that can enter thousands of times for lotteries in America.
Oh, same in Japan though. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
like bots or I don't know how they're doing it, but every lottery you see the release day pictures on Twitter with people with hundreds of boxes. Then people will share like I entered with. I think for Mega Dream I saw one where they entered with like 800 accounts and they won on 500 of them or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing it. Like, I'm sure there's a simple explanation because you need a phone number here, right?
Yeah,
You need a
yeah. You
phone
can get
number, and then when we log in, you need to get a code to enter from saying that, like, that way they know it's not you just using a fake number, a virtual number or something.
Yeah, I don't need to enter the code every time I log in. It's kind of weird. And
I
the
thought I did. The
the phone
lottery
number,
only, right?
oh, maybe the lot. I didn't need to enter the phone number this time. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe it's like a trusted device, trusted network thing. I'm not sure, but the phone numbers, yeah, I mean, you can get temporary phone numbers, but it seems like it would be an easy problem to solve if they just haven't, like, to me, all they have to do to make it much, much better is just have ID verification.
yeah.
Like, I think a lot less people, like, a lot of people are willing to get temporary phone numbers to verify an account, but I think a lot less people will be willing to mess with IDs. Um, because then you're getting into like serious legal trouble. And if you have ID verification, then there's not really a way for you to have two accounts. Right? You can ask, family members, for example, but that's fine because they're individual people who can choose to make an account if they want to, right? That's totally cool. But these duplicate accounts would essentially be non-existent anymore.
Yeah.
And ID
doing it the way I do it, people
like,
might be.
Yeah, it's completely normal on many apps these days. You need to verify your ID. When I sold I sold a slab on Medicard recently.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've done it on Medicard.
Yeah, you need. They're very strict with it. Like you need to like have like different angles of the ID.
Yeah, you're
like move it around and like it's crazy. But like this stuff is just kind of, I don't know. I think they should do it. It would make it, because then it would be much easier to win these lotteries for everyone. Well, obviously.
But yeah, I think it would eliminate a lot of the people going to those extra lengths to do that. And if the harder they make it, it makes it harder for everyone. But people are doing it in mass. It kind of makes it almost impossible with time and stuff and the effort they have to put into.
Yeah,
I don't know. Some people say Pokemon should just print more, but I don't know how easy that is.
Yeah, and they're already printing so much.
Yeah,
I don't know if you watch my boom and bust video. Like, they don't need to reprint everything. Eventually, like, something will change, and then the stuff will be cheaper again, I'm sure.
Yeah, we should predict how many cards are printed this coming year, because that number will come out in February, March, or something.
Yeah,
I think it was. I don't know what it was last year. 11.9 billion or something.
It's a lot. But it was less than the year before, which was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's going to be more this time around, I'm sure. It has to be, right?
Yeah. 13.
Yeah. Scalper networks would still be able to get boxes, but you would get rid of a single guy getting 100 bucks. Yeah, you'd still have these big scalper groups that are connected through like WhatsApp, where people literally like they hire people on these WhatsApp groups to enter for them. So like it's like a paid service almost. Sure, right? But there are plenty of people with multiple accounts by themselves, and just eliminating that would make it better. But yeah. Alrighty, Shug. I think that's we've been live for 2.5 hours. Jeez. Thank you.
Yeah, it went by. It flew by though.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for everyone joining in chat. That was really cool. First live stream, like official live stream here. So I didn't know what to expect, if anyone would even join. So I really appreciate everyone watching and commenting and asking questions. I had a good time. Shug, do you want to shout out some stuff maybe?
Yeah, so I haven't posted on my main channel lately. Main channel's Shug Nasty. If you want to follow me there, you can. But I started a new podcast with Oliver from Sleeve No Card Behind. He has a pretty big channel people might be familiar with. So that channel's called The Weekly Weedle. We do a podcast, kind of like a news podcast, but also add in some deeper discussion every week. Pick a topic or a kind of fun thing to do. And then we answer viewer questions too. So if you want to find us over there, we do it every Wednesday. I believe the episode airs usually. And The Weekly Weedle. Look it up on YouTube and you should pop right up. But yeah, thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun. We should do this more often.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely make sure you guys check out his podcast with Sleeve No Cards Behind. Very, very good podcast. I really enjoy it. They do a great job. Always interesting to watch. And yeah, it was a good time. Thanks. I appreciate it. I didn't want to keep you into lunchtime, but here we are.
No worries. I'm going to get some soba, some ramen or something.
Ooh, nice. I don't know what I'm going to get. But yeah, thanks everyone. And have a great day. Take care.
Peace.
Bye-bye.